take care of yourselves and take care of each other.
What's up?
Hey, how is everybody?
Good evening.
Yeah.
Or good afternoon if you're
Good
on the West
afternoon.
Coast.
Good evening. So, we were originally going to come on here and we were going to do a shout out of some channels. And we still might do that, but if you check out the description, we kind of changed it up a little bit. So, we're getting rated by Gina.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Let me go through real quick and we'll take a peek at who's here, because some of y'all were in here before I got here. And we're actually running this one. I've never done the YouTube and Facebook. So we are actually simultaneously, that sounded funny, running this off of both. Was that right?
Simultaneously, yeah.
Simultaneously.
Yeah. Because I see it on Facebook.
That's pretty cool. And there's like a little thing. It's like, when you do the YouTube one and you have like how many people are watching. I'm having it for both. It's a little crazy. But it looks like got Bob's Adventure is here. We got K&R Destinations is here. K&R says they were first. Let me go to YouTube and see.
I'll never forget Bob's Adventure helping us on our interview when we had a muted mic or we had the Bluetooth already connected.
That was pretty crazy. Let me pop out my chat here.
Yeah, but we're delayed watching it.
Well, the chat won't be too bad. I just want to see who was the first one.
Oh, is that important?
No. It's easier to read this one to me. So it looks like on my end
it says boom.
Bob's Adventure said boom.
Boom.
And then K&R was hey. And then K&R says, I think I'm first. Papa Drew says we want to party. Woohoo!
Yay.
And then the RV DJ.
Hello, everyone.
Says, hi, everyone. Hi, RV DJ.
Yeah. K&R and Papa Drew.
And then we got Bob again, Papa Drew, K&R.
We got all kinds of helpful people with wrenches by their name.
Yeah.
You guys need to bring those wrenches over when I'm working on stuff.
That would probably
need some wrenches over here sometimes.
You do not need wrenches.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not. You have so many tools.
Yeah, but they're put away. I have one crescent wrench, adjustable crescent wrench, and I have a vice grip readily available.
This is the Viking Gina raid. So I just need to leave that so that I can get to it in case I want to wrench anybody else. Because, it never hurts to throw wrenches at people. All right, let's get back so I can see what y'all are doing.
Or what we're doing.
See the partying going on. Victoria Coffee is here. Her realtor and soon-to-be neighbors have an RV. They're on YouTube as RV Site to Site. I will have to look them up.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. You can never have enough wrenches, Avenger RV.
Nope. Like I said, I got a bunch of wrenches, but since we're living in an RV, all my tools are under a triple layer tarp open trailer, mounded up with stuff and tools and dollies, air compressors, welders, toolboxes, stuff. It's all covered up to keep the weather out. So I only have a few tools because otherwise I'll have more tools than I need all the time, weighing down our camper and everything. So
I posted a link if anybody wants to pop up here. And yes, the RV DJ, you have a wrench, so use it wisely. No, knocking people in the head with it or anything like that. Oh, wait, I'm having an issue. That was weird. Has anybody had problems with getting... Oh, it's because it tried to post it to... Okay. So if you're doing the Facebook And the YouTube one, apparently you can't share the screen, or not share the screen, but drop the link. It doesn't go to Facebook. It says an error has occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. Did y'all see it come through for the YouTube side? Papa Drew says, do not ban the RV
DJ.
Yeah. So the RV DJ, do not ban Papa Drew. He's Papa Drew. Sometimes clothed Papa Drew.
What was the other the first one that we had that said do a shout out? It was a DJ.
It was. No, it wasn't. It was Sonia Blank.
Shout out my channel, please.
Shout out my channel, the RV DJ.
See?
Yeah.
So that's Sonia.
So now you have a thing.
You got a shout out.
So you just got a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no banning. No banning.
What's their definition of ban?
Booting them out.
Booting them out?
Knocking them in the head with a wrench.
Well, if they deserve it, then I guess you can.
I've only had to do that once. That was somebody who was like,
well, because we're not big enough.
Nasty talk. It was actually on another channel.
Because we're little.
Yeah, we are kind of tiny.
We don't have a bunch, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, like some people. Like some people we tune into, and they start to get little trolls in there messing around.
No, we don't have a lot of trolls.
So what did you guys think? Did any of you guys watch the last Saturday night, where we were camping at Silver Springs?
Hey, Lucky Dog.
Hey, Lucky Dog. Thanks for checking in, Lucky Dog. Did anybody see that live on Saturday at Silver Springs where we were making what Sherry called hobo tacos?
Well, your sister said they were hobo tacos.
Okay.
So I called them hobo tacos because she said it.
Yeah, they were.
Hey, Nursing Our Travel Bug.
They were actually very good if you mastered how long to put them in the coals. So it would have seemed you only do like 1 or 2 minutes, or probably 2 minutes on each side in hot coals.
Yeah.
That was it.
And I think because our fire was like
Up and down.
It
was not consistent because we didn't have our firewood was not catching. It was so large it wasn't catching.
Yeah.
So we might have to work on that and get some better firewood.
Yeah, Bobs, we are at 9:44. We actually were at 9:54, 53 earlier this morning, and then literally I refreshed my screen and 20 people, boom.
Yeah, so maybe
we'll probably be at the Keys when we hit 1K.
Well, if Saturday night, if we do anything on Saturday night, we'll be in
Fort Lauderdale.
We'll be in Coral Springs, Davie, KOA on Saturday night, which we made a reservation.
Hey, sunshine.
Last second, we made a reservation there. That's near, north of Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Coral Springs. It's right before you get in all the big city traffic. When I-95 goes to 5 lanes. Yeah, I made a reservation, and they called me back to just let me know that everything was closed. The pool was closed. The bathrooms were closed.
It's a KOA.
There's nothing you can do there.
Hey, opinion
except sleep.
Guru.
Stay in your RV. That's what they were kind of saying. No visitors. You're not allowed to have visitors at your
Nobody
RV.
comes see us while we're at the KOA.
Right.
Sleeping.
So that was the first time I had somebody
They called us back.
call us back for that, other than to cancel something.
Yeah, we had lots canceled. So I did change our topic of our thing. I was pulling up my phone to actually look at it. I changed the topic because the RV community, our RV community, and then like the community of YouTube as a whole, because it used to just be kind of the RV camping community, but it's kind of turned into more than that. We like to take care of each other. We like to help each other out. So when one of us is down and out, we like to try to help. And so we've got a really dear member of our community who's having some health problems. So we wanted to try to help her out. So in the description of this live is Beyond Beauty 3's link. So check out her channel. She's got an amazing channel. She's got great trivia. She does a lot of crime stuff. She reads stories. It's always, we always have fun when we're there. A little bit of beauty. She's beautiful though, inside and out. Check her channel out, but also there's a link for her PayPal to donate a little money to help her out financially. A bunch of us are doing this, try to take some pressure off of her and see if we can't help her out a little bit. Any tips that go into our PayPal account through this live, I will transfer them over to her too. So that link is also in the description. And then I also highlighted a couple people's channels. So Papa Drew is doing a live tonight with Gita Payne, I believe. Oh my gosh, I just saw, sorry, Papa Drew just said breaking news. You all can keep living. My coffee I ordered from Amazon just got delivered. You all are safe. I cannot live without my coffee. Thank you, Jesus, for your coffee.
Breaking news, huh?
That was breaking news. It's like squirrel. I'm just like all squirrely right now. So Beyond Beauty 3. So if people can run some of my mods that might have her channel and then her PayPal link, direct PayPal link. If you could run those links for me. Sunshine, you want a shirt? I can get you a shirt. I'll get with you and we can get you a shirt. We actually ordered them locally from a distributor here who made them. So we've got them here on site. So we're not sure what we'll do.
Limited colors, limited
colors and sizes. And when we run out, I'm not quite sure what to do. I did look up Teespring and kind of started playing around with setting up like a Teespring store for like coffee mugs and other things. So we may do that. But
I need to say hi to a few people that came in.
Meemaw Matters.
Nursing our travel bug.
I said hi.
I didn't see. I'm sorry. But I think that's great. You're grilling outside on the phone. Sweet.
Yeah.
I love grilling and cooking. Yeah. One thing. So
they're cracking down in Florida.
Yeah, they are.
We almost, what was it, on Sunday or Monday, where they said they were going to have a meeting?
Oh yeah, Monroe County commissioners and all that in the Florida Keys were going to petition Tallahassee to close or cancel the lobster mini season, sports season that's coming up next week, which is the main reason we go this next week.
Go catch some lobsters.
So we're gonna anyway. They said they were going to petition Tallahassee because according to the rules, they can't make the call because it's not just a local season; it's a season throughout the state. So what turned out to be a scary situation as far as all our plans and all that turned into they decided not to petition the state of Florida to cancel it. So we're still good to go catch lobsters next week, which is fantastic because we booked this site 11 months in advance because it's very difficult to do because it's very sought after in the Keys because it's a state park. The price is set, so they don't have these high prices like the rest of the Florida Keys. So you get a nice price at Bahia Honda State Park. It's right on the water. They probably have 15 to 20% of the sites are on the water.
Yeah. Ours isn't, but
we're really close. So that's not the most important thing for us to be on the water. It's to be there because it's hard to get there. So, it's one of those things. It's
been a year in the making.
Yes.
To get a site, if anybody who's ever tried to RV at Bahia Honda, well, if you're going to RV or get a campsite at all in the Keys.
So as soon as we get back from the Keys, guess what we're going to be doing? Getting ready to book next year's camp trip. So we're speaking of booked. We already have camping trips booked from the beginning of this coming year all the way to summer. We're already booked with a lot of camping trips. And we were waiting to book after the Keys because we were hoping to do some Thousand Trails Encore sites because we have a membership with them via purchasing our RV at Lazy Days in Tampa. However, you can only book those within 60 days?
60 days.
You can't go farther than 60 days. And now I'm sure there's not any bookings.
And it runs out in December.
Right. We run out in December, so we don't know how that's going to. Anyway, that's why we don't.
I could call them maybe and see if they can. They might actually extend
That's just why we don't have anything booked after the Keys because we were planning on doing the Thousand Trails stuff to take advantage of that.
And I wanted to say, Papa Drew, that's the same coffee I drink. and Carolina Hillbilly. I think you shared me out on YouTube, so I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. But I don't think I've ever been shared out on YouTube. It made me feel a little extra warm and fuzzy. Oh, okay. Sunshine's going to be in Florida next year, Palm Harbor for 8 days. Nice.
I see there where it says daydream. You just went to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the governor said we all had to wear masks. Laugh out loud. This is Alabama. Meemaw. We don't take our orders very well. So nothing has changed. Most continues not to enforce it. Yeah. Well, in the Keys, it's a different thing.
They literally said they would fine you $250.
Yeah, they got serious fines there to go up to 1,000 real quick if you disobey.
We thought we were going to get it canceled. So we were making backup plans.
Well, as far as right here where we're at in Central Florida, they said you're supposed to wear a mask everywhere, and most people are. I went to Publix today, and I saw a family with no mask, the whole family. So not everybody maybe got the news, but I don't want to wear a mask, but I wear it just for everybody else. So I wear it to go shopping. You know, I don't wear it outside. I wear it to go shopping. So that was another question. Okay, am I in the Keys and I'm walking down the beach? Do I wear a mask? Come on, really?
We're going to come back with little sunburn masks.
Yeah. Yes.
Get a ticket if you're riding the scooter without a mask on.
Yeah. Well,
we'll just have to see how it is.
Yeah.
RVDJ, it's all right. Doing caps. I forget all the time. Shoot, you should see my spelling. And I know I don't want to catch this. I actually have been working from home for lots of different reasons. I did for the first couple months. I didn't work from home. I had to work in it and do it and deal with it.
Mask tan lines. That's what you said.
Mask tan lines.
You're in Florida summer, winter, fall, spring. Yes, we are too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have regular jobs.
We can't escape.
But we will be escaping by going to the Panhandle in the wintertime. Well, we got a 2 week, a week and a half excursion there, 8 days in the Panhandle. So, and we're already planning our attack for next year. This is the first year, actually the first time in my life, I'll be staying 2 weeks in the Keys. I've been going to the Keys since I was a little kid.
Oh, I get you, Gary.
And this is going to be the first time I ever did 2 weeks in the Keys. So I will be saving my vacation time next time to probably do a 3 week or 4 week trip next winter of 2021 to 2022.
Where are we going?
I don't know yet.
Out west?
Might go out west.
Yeah, I was scouting that out already, asking some questions about Quartzsite.
Mm-hmm. I hear and cannot back this up, but taking off your mask is like taking off a bra.
Okay, so I work in healthcare. So when I was working, and I did this, I've only been home, maybe 6 weeks. I was pretty much working during the heat of when all this first started, and it was really unknown, and that supposedly we were all going to get hit by it. And I was wearing a mask for 8 or 9 hours a day. And so, yeah, when I would take that mask off, it was like taking off my bra. Whew. Throw it.
All right. Look, we got 21 people in here. What's our record?
50.
Was it that much?
Yeah. At one time we had 50 something.
We had some people that checked us out for the first time and then said, we're not going back there.
They're boring. Nobody apparently wants to pop up here because I keep throwing out the link and nobody's taking it.
That's all right. If you're still watching, that's the most important thing.
The RV DJ.
Is there any questions out there for us?
Daydream, I agree with you. So if I'm going to go into a place and that's the rule, I'm going to put a mask on and I'm going to respect the rule. Literally though, I haven't went because of all the other health issues I have. He's done all the shopping. Basically what in the past.
Yeah. I've been doing it for a long time. I can't remember when you went or you did something. What Sherry would do is have Publix deliver sometimes.
Yeah, I would do the delivery. But no, I am, I have lupus and I have Lyme disease right now. So I'm not about to to risk my health.
Yes, it affects different people different ways. Some people don't even get affected. I had a coworker that had it, no symptoms at all.
Yeah.
Tested positive, no
Yeah.
symptoms. So, but yes, some people, it devastates them. I mean, we're all genetically made similar, but yet we have different tolerances for certain things. You know, we're susceptible to different things.
They do. Yep, they sure do.
Yeah, they post it on the doors, but people walk in without it. I see it.
You know, where I work right now, you can't, employees have to wear an N95 mask, and we also have to wear goggles. So we have to wear face shields while we're working. And then patients coming in have to have a regular mask on. And if they don't have a mask, then we have to give them a mask. And they're not allowed in without a mask. We've now limited that unless it's a child or a person who needs assistance, they can't bring anybody in with them. So I totally get the rules and regulations on why we have them.
So what else can we talk about?
Yeah, no more masks.
Yes, because we're fixing to hit the keys, and I don't want to watch the news.
I don't watch the news anyway.
Well, I don't mean the news, but you know.
I don't watch any of that.
I watch other channels.
Yeah, he does do that. I don't do that.
Mac and cheese and a burger. Yes.
Where's your set at? Oh,
Our
what?
Destination.
Our
DEZ.
Man, mac and cheese and a burger.
What did we have?
We had ground beef.
And
vegetable.
Mixed with, it was ground beef and Italian sausage, ground Italian sausage.
Browned up.
Mild.
It was very yummy.
And then we had
some steamed veggies.
Some veggies. They weren't steamed. Well, yeah, they were steamed.
They're steamed.
And then what else?
We had cake.
We had some cake. We went into Publix. I just wanted some cake, and you know, one of those little cakes.
He got a baby cake.
And the lady goes, "Oh, what's the special occasion?" I said, "My stomach wants cake."
Because my belly wants it.
And she goes, "Hip hip hooray!"
My belly wanted some cake, so
some cake.
My belly got some cake.
I thought about it later. I should have said, "I'm an adult and I can have cake, so I'm having cake."
So we had some cake.
That's right. That's what I would. I used to help out.
And then you brought me home a flower.
I brought your rose.
You brought me a rose.
I used to tell kids all the time. I used to do kids praise and worship and teaching kids at church. And, you know, one of the things I used to tell kids that were super informative, I'd say, you know how awesome our God is, right? He's so awesome that a cow can eat green grass and white milk comes out. How in the world does that happen? That's amazing, isn't it? So then I used to tell kids this too. I said, you know, one of the coolest things, no, brown cows do not make chocolate milk. Just for those of you who might be, I know there are people out there because I saw the surveys. Some people think brown cows produce chocolate milk.
What about strawberry milk?
So anyway.
Red cows?
So you're making me lose my train of thought here. I was going to say, I used to tell the kids, you know, being a kid is awesome, right? Because you don't have to pay for anything. But it's better to be an adult because when you grow up, you can get a job and get money, and
you can
go buy. I mean, now you can go to Sam's or BJ's and get a box this big of just candy bars, and you can eat as many as you want and have soda.
All you want.
All you want. Nobody's going to tell you to stop.
So y'all make sure you're still running BB3's channel link and also Papa Drew's. And I think actually right after us is Johnny's Journey. So if anybody can run some links, Papa Drew's, get in my belly.
No, the cow is not cold enough to have. Well, I was going to say.
Cows are amazingly delicious. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
My daughter's a vegetarian, so you can't tell her that.
Yes, cows are delicious.
Cows
That's
are
what I used to
delicious.
when I was raising my children. I would tell them all the time. They'd say, "What's for dinner, Dad?" I'd say, "Cow, chicken, or pig." That's what we're eating.
Yep.
Pig. Tonight's pig. Tomorrow's cow. Just a different part of the cow.
What type of a cow makes them made?
Lobsters.
What type of cow makes a
shrimp? Lobsters.
What are you talking about?
But red cows do make strawberry milk. Ha, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm serious. I saw that on the news. They took a survey, and their
And people
people
actually believe
believe a brown cow makes chocolate
Well, that's
milk.
because what people tell their kids.
Yeah. That's anyway.
That's a parent
Anyway,
thing.
my mind just went to why we're having the problems we're having right now. Lack of spanking.
Yeah, my kids would.
Anyway,
My kids suffered.
everybody
spankings.
has a different
The brown cow.
way to raise.
Ardez lobster. Yeah.
Yes. I've been bringing home lobsters for probably almost 20 years.
We are out of lobster.
Yes. And when I met Sherry, I cooked it all for her.
Steak
all
and
my
lobster.
lobsters from
We will
last
have
year.
steak and lobster a couple times in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Fresh.
Right out of the ocean.
Straight out of the ocean.
Right off the bottom, eating those bugs.
They're so good, though.
They're not that good.
Mm. They're good. So we also had something interesting. We ordered our freezer off of Amazon because we couldn't find a freezer online.
Don't tell them that, baby. Don't tell them that. We're waiting for a freezer from Amazon.
So we're waiting on a little freezer from Amazon.
It didn't come.
It didn't come
yet, so we won't
yet.
be able to have it for the keys. But so we have a mini fridge that we're
So
gonna take.
A double fridge in our camper.
So because you don't want to eat out all the time out there because it's hard to eat out, right? Because all these mass stuff and all that, closing restaurants. So we got a little fridge here, so we can't put a ton of food in there to take with us, which we would want to, but our fridge isn't big enough. So we got a small extra fridge to, I plan on getting a freezer, but it's not going to make it in time. So we have an extra fridge, like a 3 cubic foot fridge that we're going to bring extra food in, and we'll have to stick it inside the camper. Yeah, Sherry's going to show you our cake. Don't drop it, please.
I'm not going to drop it.
It's delicious.
I just got icing on my finger. Isn't that?
It tastes just like it looks. Baby, don't.
I wasn't going to.
You're gonna drop it on the
No, I
keyboard.
didn't have my finger here.
That's a $50,000 computer right there.
No, it's not 50,000.
Well, 100,000.
Yeah, maybe 100. That's the cake. And he is watching me like a hawk to make sure that I
Don't mess that up.
Mess up.
Hey, she doesn't go out and buy it. I go out and buy it. She sits here and eats it.
Icing on me.
And that's delicious icing. It's called buttermilk. It's a buttermilk cake. So it's good as it sounds. Melt in your mouth.
Buttercream icing.
Buttercream icing. Yes. Yummy cake.
Publix
That's right.
cakes.
Please don't abuse the cake. That's right, because it's got to stay intact. Because we don't want to.
Did you see how much of that was gone?
That was just a little bit.
That was a quarter of the cake.
I wouldn't. Well, yes, but it's a very small cake.
The cake is really only like maybe like that.
Yes.
8 inches.
You have seats like we do, huh? Well, we didn't make them, so they got them at Thomas. What is Thomas Paine?
Thomas Paine seats.
Thomas Paine recliners.
We got recliners. So we wanted the recliners. That was like we had our checklist of everything we had to have in our RV, and the recliner in front of the TV was like a key.
Yeah,
and I think now we wish we would have gotten like reclining love seat.
Yeah, reclining love seat would have been better.
Because we have this really cool, which you can't see, but we can put like remotes and stuff here.
Right.
But as you can see, if we want to like lay down and watch TV,
Yeah.
we can. If I want to cuddle.
Yeah, snuggling is better because it rolls into better things. So you want to snuggle more. You have something that is conducive to more snuggling, and this little armrest here is in the way. So
you can't snuggle with the armrest.
Yeah, if you want to make out, the armrest gets in the way. Just saying. So anyway, what were some of your must-haves with your
true.
Camper? What are some of your must-haves?
They have recliner love seats. Travel in American Life with Bobby. Yeah, that's one of those things. I guess we didn't think about.
Thanks, Kay, and our destination. See you later.
Appreciate you. They're hilarious to watch. So if anybody's not picked up that channel, that's a great channel to get. They're just hilarious. Like Kyle and Ryan literally like in the in their lives, you can text or you can type up in the chat for Ryan to do something to Kyle, and Ryan will bump it in the head. Or I think last night they did it, and I typed into Ryan, give him a wet willy.
Yeah, Avenger RV. Avenger,
So-
where's there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, the problem is creating the will on the other half. Oh, you just got your back from Keystone for a recall. You know, that's something that, you know, we're on some forums and on some Facebook channels with other people, Facebook channels. And they're, you know, people will talk about their problems with their RVs. And the one thing that I hope I never have to do, I mean, we have problems with our RV. They're there. But I don't want to ever leave. Obviously, we can't right now, but I would never want to leave my RV at an RV dealer to have them service it after all the nightmares I've heard about.
Yeah.
I would call a mobile tech before I would do that. And before I call a mobile tech, I'll fix it myself unless it's a major warranty item. What are you laughing about?
Papa Drew's tonight at 6:15 interview with Gina, starting to talk about Quartzsite 2021. The reason for 6:15 is 6:14 was taken. Yeah, I got a text message earlier saying you were going to come on live. So,
let's see. Our next RV will have auto leveling jacks right now with the kids and Great Dane running back. Wait, you just took that. I was reading it. You don't
right
need.
here.
You don't need
it's
a
that one.
TP. That it's bad.
There's a bug in here.
You mean toilet paper TP?
So you get a bidet.
Okay.
There was a whole conversation on one of the lives about that.
Wait, baby, it's talking about auto leveling jacks right now with the kids. Great
we
day.
do not need
we
TP.
don't need
It's bad.
Okay. How do we go from leveling jacks to TP?
Because it's Papa Drew. Because
Okay.
Papa Drew will go from cake to, I don't know.
I'm skeptical about the auto leveling systems because, you know, when they fail, what do? You got a manual jack, I guess. What's that?
So, New Horizons, it's been a jam-packed 2 days of live streams. First, we had a wine bottle opener intense live stream. I heard about that. I'm going to have to go back and watch that replay. And then I also heard about Roy and Scott getting lost in the woods. But I heard they made it back. But I think somebody was hoping that the bear was chasing Roy back and that maybe it would turn into a viral video. But I guess that didn't happen.
I was working.
RVDJ, they shipped it back to Indiana to be rebuilt for soft floor issue. Ooh,
Not good.
that's not good.
Yeah, we have several small issues that could turn into bigger issues.
Papa Drew wants a dishwasher because right now the dishwasher is broken. She's in Ohio.
No, right here.
Papa Drew had a scary thing with his RV. They were in a fire. Like
That's bad.
Forest fire, and
Yeah, that's bad.
they had to leave the RV and escape. Yeah.
No, okay. Yeah, I got you what you're saying. Thanks for just spelling it out for me, Papa Drew. I got it now. You spelled it out. I'm not always paying attention.
See, I told you could go. Papa Drew will go for.
I got it now. He explained it. He explained it. I got it.
Do I need to bring that one up on the screen?
Well, I won't say what I would tell anybody else in my family. When they talk about problems or things you got to deal with.
Tomorrow the potty splashes up on your
I'm
back.
one of those people that when there's a problem, I want to get rid of the problem so bad that I'll get rid of whatever's causing the problem. But, you know, I understand you can't do that sometimes.
For Meemaw, she said it was auto levelers and a king size mattress. We have a queen.
Okay. We had three major ones that were non-negotiable. And that was the recliners in front of the TV, a separate bedroom with a door. And yeah. And no shower curtain. Absolutely no
We
shower
wanted a
curtain.
decent sized bathroom, period. And a decent
Well,
sized kitchen. We wanted to have a nice
That
area.
wouldn't break the deal for me. What would break the deal is a shower curtain. No shower curtains. Period.
Curtain.
Curtains.
No
Yes.
shower curtains.
No shower curtains. Well, we say it wrong. Curtain. Ain't no curtain.
Curtain.
Shower curtain.
Depends on where you're from.
That's right, but it doesn't make it right.
No.
It's just like emotion or
Nursing our travel
some
bug.
people say emotion. It's not emotion, it's emotion. Anyway.
Nursing our travel bug, that one, the one camera setup is the one I want, the Osmo little camera. The Osmo Action or the Osmo, the DJI
Square one?
square
Is that
one
one?
that's on the gimbal. Because I was talking to somebody else about that today, and they said that was pretty much the bomb. And we almost got that one, and then decided to get the action camera.
Well, yeah, we want something that you can put underwater.
Yeah, I like this.
The stabilization on the Osmo Action is the best out there.
Is pretty good.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's really good.
You could probably run, and it would look like you're just walking smoothly.
Yeah, we saw a guy put it on his like grass skateboard thingy.
Oh yeah,
and he went over all these bumpity bumps over the grass, and it never shook.
He had two of them going. He had he did his what's the other one?
The GoPro.
He had to go. Yeah,
the only issue I've had since I've got the Osmo Action was the audio losing its synchronization with the video. Every 5 minutes, it cuts the segment. All DJIs that I've experienced, I have a DJI drone, and that action camera, they do the same thing. When you're doing continuous video, it chops it up automatically, creating chapters or whatever. And with the Osmo Action, it's like if this is your audio and this is your video, it goes like this, like a half a second off.
Sync. If you're constantly turning it off and on, then you don't seem to.
That's what I try to do. I try to turn it off every 5 minutes and re-record, which is annoying. But I heard there's a software fix. You can upload software and fix it. I haven't done it yet. Matter of fact, I was using the GoPro mostly because of that problem, and the stabilization on the GoPro 4 is horrible. There is none. So, as if you guys watched the last video I posted, a Rainbow Springs Part 2, it's quite bumpy. I'm using the software on my computer on the Final Cut to stabilize it, and it is not that good. So we'll be using the DJI Osmo Action camera.
In my Butts Adventure, you are welcome.
I see you using the Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal. Complete trash, really.
You know, I think that is we got, and it was a DJI gimbal.
No, it was an aftermarket gimbal we got. You got an aftermarket gimbal for the phone.
The phone. It was awful.
It worked good, but it didn't link to your Bluetooth like it said it would.
Yeah. And then sometimes it had a mind of its own. And so you're doing it, and all of a sudden it would just go boom, 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 because I think the phones were heavy. We want something to overheat all the time. I mean, don't you pet butt, Oscar. He's trying to look outside. And he's like, y'all put my blinds down. I think we can put the blinds up now. Cattail in my face there.
You were saying?
I don't remember what I was saying. The Life of JT says the Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal overheated.
Well, you can understand why, because there's little servo motors in there that are constantly micro adjusting constantly. So I have a little history or background in radio control.
Bye, Victoria.
So those motors working all the time can overheat really quick. And especially if they're micro adjusting constantly, the motor's always moving and running, and it's encased, so there's no ventilation. Why do they make it that way? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to Nursing on Travel Bug. I saw that I saw your video. I hadn't had a chance to watch it yet. I flagged it to watch. So I definitely want to look at that.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah. You see, that's the thing. New Horizons is, this stuff is expensive. He had a a camcorder, and it was awesome for the zoom. I mean, we could zoom in amazing, but the picture quality wasn't that great. It wasn't bad.
It's a 1080 quality. It's not 4K.
But stabilization was horrible. And so we really can't use that, but we want something that we can zoom. And we really, other than our cell phones, we can't zoom in on anything. So if we want to zoom in on something, it's usually you have to use our cell phone. And so I'd like us to get a good camera that we can zoom, or a camcorder that we can zoom.
Yeah, we're just not going to spend the money right now. We're not making money on YouTube, so we're at the point to where, if we buy whatever we feel like buying as far as upgrades, like a microphone or camera, we'll be pushing well over $1,000. And
Hi, Vanderella.
The reason we're living in our RV is to try to pay down debt. Yeah. And we don't want to go out and buy a bunch of equipment as a hobby. This is a hobby. Until we get paid, it's a hobby.
It's a hobby. It's
so
fun.
I already have a hobby, and this is my second hobby. So I have radio control airplanes, drones, trucks, cars, things like that. So, which I don't get to play with because of our situation.
Yep, we have a drone.
Yeah, I heard about the knockoff GoPros out there.
Osmo Pocket camera for me.
Our phones are phenomenal.
Yeah, we've got really good.
Sherry has a what is it called? Apple 10? iPhone 10. I have an iPhone.
It's the only one that came in this color.
I have an iPhone 11 Pro, which is phenomenal. I highly recommend it.
Full-time dream.
So, I mean, it is so good. Sometimes it's too good. When you're trying to do a night shot, it makes it look too good. I mean, too bright. It brightens up dark shots really well. So it's phenomenal. And the clarity and the stabilization works really good. So I'm real happy with it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. It's that good.
Yeah.
With the 3 cameras on it. And of course, with the other features that it comes with, slow-mo and panoramic shot and all these other things. It's a phenomenal phone. It does a great job.
So Papa Drew, can you not hook your Rode mic with the Osmo Pocket? Can you do that? Is it not compatible? Because to me, all the action cameras, the audio is just not great with any of the action cameras. Our cell phones it's not too bad.
And I understand
but we don't have
why.
any mics.
I understand why the action cameras don't have great mics, because they're sealed to keep water
waterproof.
out.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. If you got something to stop water, it's hard to get good audio out of it. So I understand that. But like I said, we're just not going to invest, money into doing this content till we can, make some money or be out of debt. Once we're out of debt, no problem. But hopefully, we'll be monetized in the next 6 months, and we can get a little bit of money to reinvest into. We already bought this thing we're watching. That was a major cash buy, that MacBook Pro. But it does a good job. And I already had a iMac, and
I'm used to using MacBooks, so
I mean, we really haven't spent a lot of money to get this channel started, other than the DJI.
Yeah.
And we just got a selfie stick, carbon fiber water selfie stick
for the keys.
Is going to be great.
It's a 40-inch.
It's a 40-inch. Yeah. We got a 24-inch one before, and it just didn't reach far enough. That was all. I mean, it did its job, but it just didn't reach far as I want. I'm in the kayak and I'm trying to do underwater footage. It did pretty good, but I wouldn't mind reaching even farther. And when we're in the Keys, I wouldn't mind having the ability to stick the camera down in a hole that I wouldn't stick my hand in, and get a shot.
True. Like, I don't think the longer one would have been that great in the springs. I don't think you really needed it. A couple places maybe. For the most part, the water wasn't that deep.
No, it doesn't make a huge
But
difference.
in the Keys, it's going to be a lot. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
Especially if we go out to like.
Plus,
Blue Key.
You can do good selfies with a selfie stick. Long selfie stick. We actually have a telescoping metal selfie stick, but it's super cheap, so it does this.
It's flimsy.
All the links aren't very tight, so it wiggles a lot. So in underwater, and the way it attaches is like a camera thread. So it's not like a GoPro situation. You can't just strap the GoPro on nice. So it doesn't have a nice mount. The mount is like you're mounting a camera or something like that. So it's just threaded in, and it's very weak to where I'm afraid in like high current areas it would snap that thing, and I wouldn't want to lose it.
So I'm gonna again just remind everybody about BB3. We also had Burning Up the Road. She had back surgery today, so I don't know if anybody's heard anything about how it went. So, you know, keeping her in our prayers, and then BB3, just keeping her in our prayers, and then we're doing a little bit of fundraising to help her out with bills. At the end of this, when this uploads to YouTube, I will do like I did for our 2-hour cooking one. I went through the whole chat and pulled everybody's links, and then I posted everybody's link that participated in the chat. I posted that in the description. And then eventually I hope to do a shout out video with all of the channels scrolling through. But I think this is a good way to kind of shout out everybody that actually is in the chat and coming to our chats and coming to our lives and watching and talking with us. Then I think everybody should get a shout out. Everybody's got wrenches just about. So you could also drop your links. I don't mind. I just don't want it to be a link dropping throwdown here.
Can you scroll back up to my salt up?
Okay, I will.
I saw
Vanderella, Johnny does all your techie stuff. He does the techie stuff.
Yeah, I saw your comment about the GoPro.
Which one?
The 7. Yeah. I've heard some negative things about the GoPro 7 shutting off all by itself. And then I saw a gentleman on another YouTube video. He had a little remedy for it, and it was a loose spring-loaded tension spring on the side of where the battery goes in, that the battery was moving, and therefore the camera was shutting off. I don't know if that was the fix, but I've heard that the GoPro 7 was having problems with it shutting off for no reason.
Yeah.
But I did hear it was a good camera. Like I said, we're not spending money. We're trying not to spend money, because if you watch out, if you don't pay attention, you'll spend 200 there, 300 there, 400 there, and next thing you know, you got $1,000 laid out. And our DJI does good. Our phones do good. So we're going to hang on doing that stuff until we can get some more finances there.
The video that Papa Drew put out with the fire was all filmed on his GoPro Hero 7 Black with a Rode mic attached. You're just lucky. You're blessed. He doesn't use the word lucky. So I say that, and he's just like,
I don't believe in luck.
I don't believe in luck. You're blessed.
Yeah, very fortunate or blessed, whatever you want to say.
And so surgery went fine, I'm assuming, but they may or may not have lost her phone. Okay. See, y'all are all awesome, helping each other out. That's what it's all about.
What was that one you just... So Sugo watched the video for the audio and video. I did no editing, audio, and video color correcting. Okay.
Papa Drew, do I have you with a wrench? If I have you with a wrench, and you want to put that link for that video, you can. I'm checking to see if I don't know where the chat went.
Yeah, he's got a wrench.
Yep. Checking to see.
Hello, Full-Time Dream. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. 20 people in there.
There's a bug flying around.
There's a bug in here. Yep.
There's a bug. So a downside of living in an RV. Bugs.
Oh, somebody asked. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're living out in the field. So, and we're next to a vacant pasture with no animals in it to eat the grass. So the grass is 3 foot tall right now. So we're getting bugs flying over from that grassy field
We've never had before.
all the time. Everything. I don't want anyone to talk about it.
Yeah, mosquitoes and ants
everything.
and fun.
Yeah, you can't go out at dusk because the no-see-ums are crazy.
I was cutting his hair, so he's got a super short haircut. But I was cutting his hair earlier, and they were out.
Yeah, and I don't. You guys probably don't know this, but because we didn't mention it last Saturday when we were doing our little cookout over the fire and had so much fun doing it, and we appreciate you guys watching with us, and we did a cookout there. My sister got chiggers. There was a lot of sand fleas around or no seams around, and I noticed it after about 30 minutes of sitting in one spot. I didn't sit in one spot much. I was always getting firewood, and I was putting firewood on the fire. And then when I sat down to eat, I noticed him biting my ankle, so I got up and put on shoes and socks. So I didn't get attacked that bad, but my sister got chiggers.
And I didn't get the chiggers. I had mosquito bites all over my feet. I woke up in the middle of the night, like I felt like my feet were on fire, but it was just mosquito bites.
Nursing our trouble bug, noticed a lot of sweat bees.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to, when I lived in Virginia, those were like crazy.
We're reading it. We read it.
We're just buy a thermocell. You will thank me with the bug situation.
Okay.
We'll have to look at that. Yeah. I'm willing to try anything. I feel like I'm always behind on the chat. StreamYard and YouTube don't sync. So it's what we see in StreamYard. There's a delay what goes to YouTube.
All right. Any questions for us?
There's 20 in the house. I appreciate all of you guys.
Linda Oki.
Oki.
Susan, hi. Hi. None of us are named Susan.
No.
Full-time dream. Hello.
Oh, I'm just looking because I've never done the Facebook thing. So apparently I can
toggle.
Apparently I can toggle, but it looks like it's all destinations. But I don't think anybody, I think they're all coming through YouTube. I'm scrolling up just to see because I'm curious as to
Yeah, so those of you who came in late, today's Thursday, and then Friday is tomorrow, and then Saturday we're leaving Central Florida. Mims. We're here in the heart of Mims, right there by One Light.
RVDJ, yes. You and I can talk if you want. I have no problem with talking to you. You and I can talk, and I got some ideas for you. Sorry.
It takes a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
It's a lot of time and work. Sherry is so good at doing what she does, and I spend a lot of my time editing videos and loading the camper and the truck, getting ready to go on excursions, buying groceries, doing laundry, all these things
that I can't do right
now. But
now.
Sherry's very good at working this computer and talking to people on YouTube, and it pays. It takes a lot of time to be on YouTube, talking to other YouTubers and getting to know them. It's just like making friends, you know.
So RVDJ, if you will click on our YouTube page and then you go to the About tab and then the business email, if you shoot me an email, I will set up some chatting and we can talk.
Click on the life of JT. What are chiggers? Chiggers are not animals or insects that I've learned through reading the definition.
They're bugs.
They turn into some buggies or something, but they make you itch and they turn into a rash or something. The definition that I read was like a rash. Sherry's going to look it up.
I'm looking it up.
So they're little bugs, I guess, biting you and get under your skin. And I guess they tunnel through your skin on the really shallow in your skin.
They're like mites.
Like mites, I guess. Yeah.
So, which makes sense. I always was told like the Spanish moss, don't play in the Spanish moss because that you would get chiggers. So apparently they're mites.
Wow, look at that name. The Trombisudia family.
Yeah, the
mites.
scientific name was
They're mites.
They're mites. We'll go with they're mites, and they don't look.
Look at Puppet Drew.
They're mites.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Look at that.
Yeah, that's not cool. No, I don't think they're like scabies, but I don't know. I mean, she got them from being outside, and I was definitely getting my feet eaten, but she had them all around her feet and her toes and in her ankles and behind her knees. No-see-ums are the pits.
Now, when we're saying Mims, no. Mims is a town. It's a small, well, I say small in population, but I don't know what small is. It's a relative term. But I think there's only two street lights in the whole town of Mims, maybe 3, if I could think of all of them. But there is a national cemetery in Mims. It's a Cape Canaveral National Cemetery, but it's not near Cape Canaveral. It is near relative to the whole United States, but it's not that close to Cape Canaveral.
Thomas Schmidt gave you great advice, the RV DJ. You go to other channels, you leave comments, and you start friendships.
Right. How do you get rid of chiggers?
Chiggers are not cool at all. I almost just put you in timeout, Sheriff Buford T. Cletus. I didn't mean to. I hope you're not in timeout.
Yes. How do you get rid of chiggers? Somebody already asked.
What did we look up? It was clear nail polish, or they would eventually go away on their own.
Cut your leg off or whatever.
Vanderella, she's into nursing. She might know. I don't know. And it's nice to see you too. So we are getting close to that 8 o'clock.
Man,
We're
Mims, and we're almost at 8 o'clock.
So
Shucks.
We have a raid to do. Look, we go back and look at it on YouTube, and it's like there's the delay. Vanderella, I'm giving you. So Vanderella, I just gave you a wrench. Because if I'm not mistaken, Johnny is doing the next one at 8 o'clock. So we got all these nail polish works best.
So we're going to be doing another live probably Sunday and maybe pop in Saturday night, right?
Yep.
And Saturday we will be in Davie, Florida, which is near Coral Springs, which is near Fort Lauderdale. And for one night, and then
KOA.
In a KOA. And first time I've been in a KOA since I dumped my tanks about 5 weeks ago, but we haven't camped there. We got a KOA down the street that we use to dump our tanks, but if we keep on our schedule of camping every 2 weeks, we don't have to pay them.
Do that.
So anyway, we're going to a KOA Saturday night for one night, and that'll put us, about an hour away from entering Keys.
Yep.
So we will be heading to Bahia Honda State Park on Sunday night, and we'll be there for 2 weeks.
Our cell signal is not going to be great. I know Gary would daydream about nice things. Sunday night is the big shebang. So we're going to try to watch it.
Hopefully we can get in on it.
Yeah.
But typically the signal's not good unless you go to a local store and get Wi-Fi.
So Whoa Nelly is at 8 Central. I thought you were at 8 Eastern.
Thanks for everybody coming in. She's got 21 people here. We don't want to hang up.
I know. It makes it hard.
Well,
let's hope that somebody's posting some links. I'm going to check the other.
We need some watch hours.
We do need watch hours. And we need a few more subscribers.
Yeah, well, we can talk a little
obviously,
bit.
Y'all are
we
subscribers.
don't want to take anybody from anybody else's chat, but we can stay here a little bit.
We can hang out for a few more minutes.
So if you guys want to go support
Bye, Lynn.
next one, thank you for checking in. And anybody's going to stay, we'll hang out until people dwindle and go away.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing any link of. Let me see. Let me switch this. I'm trying to see. And if you've got a wrench, feel free to drop your link.
What's that say? No, we have ours live on Tuesday. Don't we have a live on Tuesday?
No.
Thought we had one on Tuesday. I thought we had one during the week. Was it Thursday?
Today. Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. That's today.
That's today.
So Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So we don't know who's next. So maybe nobody's next.
Well, we'll stay here until people leave. We got 21 still.
Anybody getting any notifications? Because if somebody was at 8 o'clock, we should have had a notification.
Yeah, we need the hours.
We're going to be probably really good as far as our subscriber numbers.
If we can keep them.
Yeah, if YouTube doesn't keep
Deleting them.
Literally deleting them.
Yeah. We pretty much has been over 1,000 so far, but they keep deleting them.
And the RV DJ, there's lots of ways that you can increase your numbers. It's a lot of networking, a lot of just making friends with people. It's a huge community. RV community is just an amazing community. YouTube community is an amazing community. We've got people in this community that do cruising, live in cars. You know, they live in pop-ups. Some just camp on the weekends. Some camp once a year. Some still just dream of camping. Homesteading. We've got, that's homesteading is something that Robert and I probably will be doing in our future. So looking at a little bit of that, kind of off the grid homesteading would be awesome.
Yeah. So we didn't really grow very much in the beginning because we didn't know how to do it.
No.
But the last 2 months, Sherry's been networking nonstop, and it made a huge difference. It leaps and bounds difference. I think the first 3 months we had 100.
Yeah, getting to 100 seemed like it took
a long time to get to 100.
Getting to 100 was tough. And you just need to have the right people kind of aligning with you and helping you out. And it really does. It's amazing.
It's that old saying, if you want friends, you got to be friendly. So just be friendly. Yep. Reach out, be friendly. I mean, if you're paying attention to other people's channels, they're going to want to check you out, I think. As far as having similar subscriber count, you can't go to a channel that has 100,000 subscribers and expect them to really reach out to you.
They're not even going to know.
They're not going to notice you. But if you go to somebody that has maybe less than you and maybe a few more than you, like we've reached out and done interviews with people. I think we need to do another one.
Yeah.
When we call or email or reach out to another YouTuber who has similar numbers or higher than you, and try to say, hey, will you come in? We've
never been turned down.
Come to our channel and let's do an interview. We want to interview you. And they say, okay. And then when they come in, their people are watching the show. So all their subscribers or people that are interested in what they're doing are watching while we're interviewing them.
True.
So they tend to cross over a little bit.
And Vanderella that is true. So I will go to some of the grow channels and hang out. And there are some that are fabulous. I mean, I had one grow channel, the TR show. It's a great channel, and he's a great man. The whole operation is really awesome. Mm-hmm. Man of God, just, very faith-filled channel. And he does help smaller channels grow. So that is a good one. But I didn't subscribe to a lot of those because I didn't feel like I had anything in common with them. And so I think that is important when you're going to those channels. I tend to go to ones that, okay, I'm looking at the videos, everything's in English. That's always key. Because if I can't understand it, how can I enjoy it? And then nothing against other people's cultures and languages, but
Yeah, you can't
if
have
I
a good
can't,
time
and I would
if you don't
feel,
understand what they're saying.
yeah, I almost feel a little dishonest if I watch a video and it's all in another language, and I'm like, great video, really enjoyed that. I have no clue what they were talking about. They could have just been talking about horrible things. I don't know. Just because the pictures are pretty doesn't mean the video was good.
Artist on the Road says Forever Best Friends just popped up as live.
Okay.
So
if anybody can drop that link, but I think Vanderell, that is actually very key. I went because of we were thinking about homesteading. I went to a lot of homesteading channels and looked at comments. So some of these channels that YouTube will suggest have, 300,000 subscribers. But if you go and you look at their videos and you watch their videos, and let's say it's a video about building a greenhouse. Well, that's cool to me. That's interesting to me. That's something that I think I would like to do eventually when we're living on our own and not in this current season of our life. So I would go and I'd watch the video and I'd read the comments on those videos. And I would then, based on some of those comments, you can get a good feel of somebody's personality and who they are just by how they speak to other people and what they're putting out to other people. So I would check on those people and then go to their channels.
That's a good point, Artists on the Road. There's no point in getting a lot of subscribers
Absolutely.
if they're not going to watch your videos, because you need watch time. You need people to watch your stuff. That's the whole point, is to have people watching what you're putting out, your product. And we think people will be interested in what we're doing. I mean, we don't have like a super great niche or niche.
Yeah,
but
like everybody
there's
else,
not a lot of people out there only doing Florida and only doing it on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a lot of people doing that. So that's what we focused on. We're doing weekends. That's where RV Weekends came from, is we're only doing weekends generally, except for exceptions like Christmas, where we have a little more time off and we save up for vacation. Other than that, we're hitting weekends. And we're only doing Florida pretty much, unless we have time to go far. Like we went to Georgia when we had some extra time off. We went to Georgia. But that's our little niche, is Florida on the weekends.
And I honestly, for our watch time, I think for as little as we are and how short amount of time we've been on YouTube, I don't think we're bad. I think when I looked at it this morning, I think we were pushing 700 hours. So we're almost at a quarter of the way there. And we've only been doing this really since January. So I don't think that's bad. And I know, my goal was for us to at least get 3,000 before our 1 year, because then you start losing.
It says, Campy Theater says, how long will we be on?
I don't know. Feel free to leave.
If you can leave anytime you want.
Yeah. I just feel as long as I have people in here hanging out, chatting with us, we're going to chat.
Yeah, we need watch hours.
I don't want to step on anybody else.
Yeah, if you need to go help support another channel, go support them.
Support them. I want everybody to remember too, there's the PayPal links for BB3 in the description.
The reason we're doing this channel is to relate with other people.
Yep.
Also, so this is one of the best parts, right? It's talking with other people about the same interests that we have, and then having fun. Like at the beginning of our chat, we were just having fun, talking about food and eating cake and joking about
having a good time.
Things, it was so funny. Having a good time.
We just want to have a good time.
So, you need to support another channel, go. Don't hang here.
And when we decided we were going to do the YouTube channel, we literally we were not planning on living in our camper. That was not at all in our focus. My lease was running out in April. We were going through the Dave Ramsey program, the Financial Peace University. So we were doing that. And
sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
Okay.
I'm laughing at the chat.
And cake. And, we had went on a trip and we were coming back, and I'm processing, we figured we were just going to rent someplace smaller and less expensive when my lease ran out in April, and someplace closer to our family. So his family lives Titusville, Mims area, Cocoa. Mine live in North Florida. So we wanted to move about an hour north. And so we were actually going to try to find some place to rent further north, and we had went on a trip, and we were driving separately because I think I had to meet him there. I had worked. And we were coming home, and I'm like processing, kind of just thinking on the road. And we stopped at a gas station. I jumped out and I went up to him and I'm like, this might be a crazy idea. And don't answer right now. Think about it. But what do you think about moving into the camper when we move out of the house? And you were.
Yeah, I was like, well, I've already thought of that. And I thought over all the numbers of what it costs to live in a camper versus having the baggage that I have, because I have tools. I have radio controlled airplanes, cars, drones, trucks. I got to store that. You can't store that in a campground. So I'm gonna have to pay offsite storage. That would not be cheap. You got to store a trailer. I have 2 trailers besides a travel trailer.
Yeah.
Got to store all the tools. That's going to pay.
So storage was a big thing.
That was going to cost a lot of money. And then what are we going to do with all our other stuff, like clothes?
So then Robert was a roofer. He used to own a roofing company, and he was doing some roofing work for his sister and his brother-in-law. And he's like, hey, what do you think about us living out in your back into your property?
Yeah, they got over an acre.
And they were like, sure. And so we've got, they put in power for us. We've got water. Of course, we don't have sewer hookup, so we have to camp every 2 weeks.
All that to say, though, we're not paying like $500 a month to an RV park.
We sold a great deal of our stuff. What financially made sense to sell, we got rid of. What we didn't get, we're not paying for storage. We have an enclosed trailer with our dressers. I got rid of probably 75% of my clothes because I wasn't wearing it anyway. And we just really tightened up and moved our dressers into the storage trailer. Hung a rod for clothes, hanging clothes in there.
The RV DJ asked a question. I know up here. Do you think small giveaway?
I thought about it.
I don't. Based on the experience that I've seen, I've used to have another channel, or I still have another Facebook channel. I tried giveaways; they did not work.
I think the problem with giveaways is a lot of people, if you advertise that you're doing a giveaway, a lot of people will subscribe just for that giveaway, and then you will suddenly lose them when the giveaway is over. That's what I've heard. And then there's a lot of legality and a lot of things that you really have to be careful with.
There's a lot of people put in search engines for giveaways.
Yep.
And then they just show up for the giveaway and try to win the prize.
Yep.
And that's all they do. But again, just to say, that's my experience. I used to do a Facebook channel, and I tried to lure more people in with giveaways, and I'd spend the money and do the giveaway and give it away, and I couldn't retain anybody.
Now you are getting support, and maybe some of those people that come to your channel for the giveaway will actually watch a video or two, or maybe they'll connect with you during the live, and they'll think, that's an interesting person. Maybe I want to get to know them a little bit better. So you may get, let's say you get 20 subscribers. And maybe you keep 1 or 2. Is it worth it? I mean, you're making a connection. You're getting your name out there. It may be worth it to you. So you just have to kind of look at it. I think, we're going to hit 1,000 soon, and I am not going to do anything, I don't think, for 1,000. And it's not that I think it's like, whatever. It is. I mean, I'm amazed that there would be 1,000 people that would want to, see us and listen to us and watch our videos. But I think, I don't know.
There isn't 1,000 people that want to watch our video, because look, we got 16 people.
But not everybody's going to watch everything.
Well, what I mean is I think some of the subscribers are people that I said, hey, subscribe to my channel in a passing, and maybe they did and never went back. That happened. Yeah,
we like talked to a lot of people and said, oh, by the way, we're at campgrounds.
Like, for instance, here's an example. Right now I have 6 or 5 brothers and sisters that I think have subscribed to my channel, I think. And none of them are watching right now.
No, I don't know.
And the only reason one normally would be, the only reason she's not is because she's got working. But all that to say that it takes a lot for people to want to watch your channel, and you have to create content that makes people want to watch. You can't just, I see people sitting around talking and they have viewers, and I sometimes am shocked by that, because I really necessarily don't want to watch people talk.
I can tell you that I just about everybody that I have subscribed to, I've watched something. A couple things I have queued up to watch, and I generally won't say sub to somebody if they don't have content that really I connect with. Because I am a consumer just like everybody else.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas Smith, Homestead Project.
And RVDJ, when you decide you want to do a live, you let me know. We will help you. It's not hard to do. We use StreamYard. I'm definitely not a pro at it, obviously, because if I was, I would be running all these little tickers and banners that I have set up that I don't.
Yeah, if you want to work on that StreamYard thing, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. So, like, you can put banners. So I can show this. That can go rolling at the bottom. That's our little PayPal tip jar. I can put this here.
I think we should have a tip jar. We need tips.
We do have a tip jar. Nobody's ever given us a tip.
Nobody's given us any tips.
We've never gotten a tip.
Here's a tip. Here's a tip. Don't stand in front of a moving bus.
Yep. See, I got this. We need some likes.
Yeah. Smash that like button.
Look at this one. We have stickers and t-shirts. See, I went through all of this to make all of these little banners.
We have stickers and t-shirts.
We do.
Oh, we're wearing a t-shirt. Yes, we have stickers.
And our sticker looks exactly the same.
Matter of fact, speaking of sticker, I need to put a sticker on the window back here. I'm thinking I want to put it on with just some Scotch tape.
Let's see what this one say. Look, if you want a sticker, they can email us.
That's right. If you want a sticker, email us and send us. We'll give you our address, and you send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, and we'll send you a sticker for free.
So that's what's really cool is you can do all of these little banners
from StreamYard.
Yes. And it's free, so it'll limit you.
What's the other thing you can do with StreamYard? You can get people to come on and split screen with them and talk live on your channel. That would be cool, right? I'm
going to show you right now. I'm going to see if I have anybody who is
I bet your
brave.
RVDJ would do it if she was brave. On there.
Full-time dream. You know what? Being stuck under 500 is not a bad thing if you've got people that are watching all the time, because eventually you will get more.
Look, we only got 15 watching. That's a lot more than one.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than one. But it's not 40.
We've done lives where we've had 2 people, and we've done lives where we've had 50 people.
Here's the way I look at it. If you're in a room and more than 2 people are paying attention to you, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, if you're in a room and there's 2 or 3 people paying attention to you, that's pretty cool.
So if anybody wants to come up here and they're like a little curious.
RVDJ.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Camping Therapy.
Yeah, they're simple. They're good.
See, Sherry and I designed it. Sherry started, and I had, hey, let's do this and do that. And she said, okay, and then did it all. And then we got a t-shirt.
So if you want to just kind of like maybe get your foot wet in doing a live and seeing what it feels like,
click that link. Click the link.
I don't think anybody's brave enough to click that link. I know Artists on the Road has done it. Camping Therapy, maybe.
They're chicken. They must have bad hair or something.
Well, my hair.
Or they haven't put on their makeup.
I have no makeup on.
Or they have a work shirt on or something, a holy shirt.
I got a puffy face.
Yes. Look, we got 16 people watching and 3 thumbs up.
That's a Facebook thumbs up.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So look, the last time the link went to, we're broadcasting, we'll simulcasting
on Facebook
and YouTube. Trying that. So StreamYard does a free version where you can do 20 hours and then up to 6 people. But they do put a couple little funky banners and things in here. You have the little duck up at the up there where I have our logo. I can't point to it, but you get the point. Where I have the logo, which we can't see. Yeah, he can do that. So you can, the free version has the little quacky duck there and a couple other little things that really were annoying me. So we actually pay a little bit for this version. I can have 10 people up here. If we have really rocking internet, which we don't. So I think the most we've ever had up here is maybe 3. And then it starts buffering really bad. Boot up your laptop.
You would need to boot up your laptop. What does that mean? Spice it up?
What is Social
Just hop
Blade?
it up?
I don't, the only person I've ever seen using Social Blade is the
You didn't click on it. Oh, look at that.
ah,
Ron, Full-Time Dream. Are you ready to come in? Ron at Full-Time Dream.
look at that.
What's up?
What's up?
How are you doing tonight?
Well, hey, we're doing great. You got a great video feed. It looks great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
It's clear as a bell. How does ours look?
It
Grainy.
looks good too.
Really? You mean you can see the shine in my glasses?
He got new glasses.
Yes, I can. I can see the shine in your glasses for sure.
Sweet. So how's it going, man? Thanks for coming in.
It's been going pretty good. I just got done being sick, but we're all good now. But I got the test and
I'm
I'm
glad you
negative,
helped.
so I'm good.
Right on.
That was a fun test, wasn't it?
Oh, it was wonderful.
I had it done, so I actually have a video of it that I've debated about posting.
Right. I've got the video too. I've got the dash cam outside and inside of the car. And put your head up against the post of the window and put your head back. And,
Oh, put your car in park.
We had the nurse, she goes, make sure you put that car in park. And I'm like, okay, while you're afraid I'm going to run you over. But yeah, I kind of turned mine on at the last minute thinking, because my phone was just sitting there, because I always have it like kind of docked charging. And I thought, well, I'm sitting here waiting, click. And then you see the tears like coming down my face.
I still haven't watched it yet. I'm not into watching my wife get tortured like that.
Right. They wouldn't let anybody come with me, so it was like, so I had to have that so that Judy could watch it later on and laugh. But
Yeah,
there was hardly anybody there. But it was just it was basically my car and one other car.
Oh, I was waiting in line with like 20 people.
Well,
they had a whole circle.
They made us call and make an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said that, okay, once you make the appointment, you could be there a half hour early. So I got there like 15 minutes before, and there was nobody but the one car ahead of me. So.
Right. I had to do that for the DMV because I just sold a truck, and I had an electronic title, so I didn't have title in hand. So I didn't realize I had to make an appointment until I heard on the news that you couldn't just walk into the DMV. So I had to go to make an appointment with the DMV and then get a paper title so I could sell my truck.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a hassle.
Yeah. So you were asking about Social Blade. I've only seen Social Blade being used on like the grow channels. So they'll pick a channel and they'll say, let's get this channel to 1,000, and they'll push, and they pull up the Social Blade, and it scrolls through and it watches the stats of the channel growing.
Well, we went to a couple of the grow channels when we first got started, and just watched, and it was amazing. You get all kinds of subscribers, and the next day they were gone.
Yep.
It was
You
like,
got to be really careful.
So the whole idea was that they want to subscribe to you and make a comment on something so that you subscribe to them, and then they disappear.
Yep.
So, a lot of that, the growth channels, you can meet some really good people at the growth channels.
There are some really good ones out there. Yeah.
You have to really be careful about what you're doing with that stuff.
Yeah, and you'll notice there's a limit to what YouTube will let you subscribe to.
Right.
So you can't yourself subscribe to a ton of people if your subscriber count isn't a certain number either. So it's like a percentage you have to have. Right. And I've been in streams where it's a lot of RVing, a lot of things I'm interested in. So I really want to subscribe to a bunch of people. And honestly, sometimes I would be happy if they subscribed. I don't do it as like, oh, you have to. But I'm like, oh, that looks like an interesting channel. But then I've gotten to a point a few times where it's like, man, YouTube stops me and says you can't. And that's really bummed me out because it's like, wait a minute. I actually found a really good like thread Like I will go to a homesteaders. I think I was talking about a homesteading video, and I'll watch that, and then I'll look at the comments, and I'll see like a really good one, and I'm like, man, there's some great comments in this one. I think I'm going to reach out to all these people and go and watch these videos. And out of maybe 20 of those people, maybe 10 of them, I really like their content. So then I will, leave a comment and like and do whatever. And then it never fails. I get to like where there's 2 or 3 left that I really want to like, yeah, I'm going to do this one. These, boom, YouTube says you can't. And so then I have to have them queued up, and I have to wait until I get more subscribers before then I can go and subscribe to anybody else. And I think that's kind of a pain. I know why they do it.
Well, I think that YouTube also gets rid of a lot of subscribers that you have if they're not actively participating.
Right.
Correct.
They'll just all of a sudden bump them off. Yep. Because again, we get too close to a milestone, and then you pretty much freeze because you're losing just as many as you're gaining it for a little bit, and then you can take that next step.
Well, we're there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where we're at right now.
I went, the TR show did a yell out, a shout out for me. And we gained about 110 in a 24-hour period. And I was really surprised that I kept 95% of those. But then, something crazy like this morning, we had maybe it was about 30 people in the past day and a half, 30 subscribers. And I'm looking at my thing this morning and I'm like, oh, this is looking really good. We're at like 954, 955. And I'm like, that's awesome. And I hit like refresh and checked it. And I'm like, bam, just like that, 20 of them. Like in an instant, we're gone. Right.
That's what, that's like I was saying is that we're close to 500. We're, we're in the, been in the 570s for 470s for a long time. And we start to inch that way, and then all of a sudden it's back to 470 again.
Wow.
Hey, Justin and Christine, I don't want to say hi to you guys and Griswold and Family Vacay.
Another thing that I noticed happened when we first started was when you release a video, somebody likes it or says, hey, want to be friends on or friends subscribers or something. And what I found is that they're fake channels, because if you click on how many videos they've made 0 channels. I mean, 0 videos. And what I found is they have no fake channels. What they're acting like they do is if you click on, and what I've heard is they're stealing your personal information or stealing your YouTube, eBay or email or something like that to sell it. So you have to be careful who says, hey, subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to you. That's what I do. I click on theirs to see if they're legit. They might say they have 3 videos that have hundreds of thousands of views, but when you click on the actual video on their menu on the list on top, you have nothing. You click on the videos, there you have no videos.
Right.
So you have to be careful.
I know that we get most of the stuff that we get where that comes up. They go right to our possible spam folder. So check that out, and we can check them before we do anything.
Right.
You're beautiful anyway.
Right. So who's this in here?
Artist on the road.
All right, never met you. I'd like to say hello. I'm Robert.
Hey.
What's your name?
Gypsy.
Gypsy. Oh, hi. I heard about you.
That's me.
That's her.
Thanks for coming on.
And there's here's this one. Thomas said YouTube Studio and lose subs a bit. Found out they were deleted channels. I went through. I think I actually said this to you yesterday. I went through all my subscriptions that I had that were people I've subscribed to, and I was kind of just going through. And it was one of those ones where I wanted to subscribe to somebody, but yet I couldn't subscribe to them because I had subscribed to too many people. And I was frustrated. So I'm going through there and I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute. number one, I want to make sure people I truly like, I spend time with talking to, I haven't mysteriously gotten dropped from, because that's happened too, where I've subscribed to somebody and I went back and gone, wait a minute, I haven't seen a video in forever. Why? And I go to look and suddenly I've been unsubscribed, like where that, like YouTube has done it. But I went in there and I clicked on one because I didn't recognize the name, and it said that channel had been deleted.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened.
YouTube is limiting how many channels you can subscribe to?
They do limit how many channels. It keeps them from going in and like subscribing to, you know, 1 million channels, and suddenly you have 1 million.
Yeah. Because how many? Because you've subscribed to well over 900 channels, right?
Yeah, probably.
So that's probably why.
Yeah, it's a percentage of. In the beginning, I think it's you're limited by the number you can do a day, but I think it's also limited by a percentage of how many subscribers you have. So the more subscribers you have, then the more people you can subscribe to.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
Subscribe to you, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but
well, I've gotten the message. Like right now, I think I'm in YouTube jail because I don't think I can subscribe to anybody right now.
Well,
I've been in Facebook jail, so that's no fun. So I
Whoa, see, I don't do a whole lot of
she's been getting around on YouTube.
I'm getting around.
She's getting around a lot on YouTube because I'm getting all these notifications, and I'm like, who are these?
He's like, I'm going to turn my notifications off.
I'm like, I got 50 on my phone in an hour.
But I'm the one that's responded to everybody. So I comment to anybody who's commented back. So he's getting all the notifications.
I'm like, can I be a part of this channel, Sherry?
Right. Well, I see her everywhere, but that means that if I'm seeing her everywhere, I'm everywhere too. So I'm like,
there you go.
Well, it's like me. Judy takes care of everything. She does all the editing. She does all of that kind of stuff. I'm just sit around and look pretty. So
you're the eye candy.
yeah.
The eye candy.
Nice.
So yeah, Justin, Christine, that's kind of what I was doing. Because, you know, you subscribe to something and then you're like, you go back and you look at it and you're like, have I went back to that channel? And I'm sure that's why we sometimes will lose subscribers too, because they'll be like, yeah, I thought they were cool, but now I realize I'm not going there and looking at them. So what's the point in having them? And I'm just getting all these annoying notifications that they're going live. I don't want to keep getting notified that they're going live, so they'll just unsubscribe from you instead of just turning off their notifications.
Yeah, I need to go through mine too.
Yeah, I think that's good. I try to go through ours every couple days.
Oh, every couple days. Yeah, it's been a while. I probably should, because I know there's some on there that they might not exist
Creative
anymore.
Travel is here. He's another good one. Everybody in here, if you're not connected, I can tell you everybody that I have seen popping in here, it's all great. These were all good channels for you to get keyed into if you're not already.
Yeah, connect with people that are watching and have a conversation and try to make friends and learn. That's what we're doing.
And see who's here. Because I'm here with you on the laptop. I booted up my laptop for you.
Oh, you're awesome. We're so
But
glad
now
you did it.
I have you running on the iPad because I can't see the chat here.
Oh,
Yeah. That's the one thing with the lives I haven't mastered is the whole chat thing. Like watching the chat. Really,
it's hard.
I want to thank everybody for letting me come on, but I got to take off.
Devices up.
all right. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate you coming in.
You have a good night.
All right, you too.
thank you. Send me an email.
Good night. All right. Yeah,
We saw 16 people here.
for sure. It is hard to watch a chat and have a conversation with someone.
Well, yeah, because you'd have to have either two monitors, right here with you, or so I'm looking at you. Chat.
Yeah, you know what we were doing?
Or I'll have to go like this.
We were having our phone with the chat going on
Yeah.
and watch the video here.
And then we tried to put it on the TV that's right there.
We have a TV in front of us.
And so that way we could have it. So at least we could kind of see it.
Right.
We just can't. It's like,
It's too much.
I haven't found my happy spot yet with it. So I'm
Well,
using the chat StreamYard.
Well,
I'm looking at my iPad right now if I wanted to see what was going on in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly
You are not annoying.
Yeah,
by the
you're
way.
not annoying RVDJ. We know you're hungry to learn and to gain subscribers. That's a good thing. It just doesn't
Hey,
come
we were all newbies once.
right. It just doesn't
We all
happen
had
overnight.
one subscriber at one point ourselves.
Yeah, I subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
I have 5 channels, so this is the only one I really push. The other ones I did for just fun.
You know what, Vanderell? I do that. It's funny because I do that when I'm watching YouTube lives. I do pop the chat out and I put it next to it because it never fails. Like I can't see who's on live because the chat's always below them. So I always pop the chat out and put it over to the side, and then I can kind of see it all. But I never thought really about doing it much with StreamYard. And I did pop it out earlier, but I just kept it hidden.
Yeah, I have a channel called RC1 Hobbies, and I do radio controlled airplanes and drones and cars. And I did it just to share information. I wasn't trying to get monetized or anything. It was just something I enjoyed talking about the hobby. So doing nothing with that channel, and I think it was 2 years, I had over 400 subscribers, and never even noticed I had subscribers because I wasn't even paying attention to it.
Just uploading.
Wow.
You know, and I still haven't done anything with it. I just upload a video every like 3 months or something. And only reason I'm not uploading a lot now is because I'm doing this.
Right.
What I did before is I'd test products or buy products and unbox the product and give my opinion on the product. And everybody else in the hobby world is doing the same thing. So it was more for fun for me. It was a hobby, another hobby for me. So now this is number one in our lives. So we're really pushing this because we would like to get monetized and eventually.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you got to have a couple lines of income coming in, and just being monetized on YouTube is not going to be your income.
No,
but
not going to be enough. Shanna Banana, you should be a newbie. You should start creating some content.
Absolutely.
In there, Shanna girl. Come on.
And that's what I think is so great is some of these non-contact creators that are just in here supporting us. They've got such great information, and they're doing a lot of the same things. They just need to make that step, and they're making the relationships now with everybody that once they just post that first video, man, you're going to just be like nailed with 100 subscribers because you've made all the connections.
Yep. And Shanna's been around for a while. I've known her for a while now.
Good
Shanna Banana.
Dream.
That's good. Well, I tell you, I took lessons from all the other major channels that was into RVing, like Keep Your Daydream and Traveling Robert.
We still watch all of those,
and we love watching them. But the one thing that was told that really stuck with me is just make some videos. They don't have to be good. Just make something, and then as you continue to make them, you get better at it. I mean, you learn a new tool every other week. You'll learn something new, and then you add that, and next thing you know, you look back and go at your own videos and you go, I should have done that and I should have done this. And so you don't realize how far you've come until you look back.
Yes. It's definitely a learning curve, but you just got to jump in and do it. And I hear more and more of us saying that, and it's true.
Just
jump in. Your video is not going to be great. Mine was terrible. They still suck, I think. But
yeah, I mean, it's not. Most of us do not think, at least I know for me, I am not a camera person. I was always the one taking the pictures. I hated.
Me too.
I hated me in a picture. I still hate it. It doesn't make me comfortable. I've gotten a little bit better. Yeah, I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with it.
She's good at it. What are you talking about?
No.
Look at her. She started the chat on Saturday without me, and I'm like, what? She started without me?
But no, really. I didn't. I literally, like in college, and this was just a couple of years ago, I took a sign language class, and it was online. And so we had to do all of our tests online. And I almost failed the class because I didn't want to you had to do a video of your test, and you had to upload it to YouTube, and you had to critique, other people critiqued yours, and then you had to critique other people, and that was part of your grade.
Right. And that's
I
horrifying.
was like, yeah, I loved learning it and doing it, but it was like, oh my gosh, these people are going to look at me. And what if it accidentally gets sent out to somebody else?
Well,
yeah.
you know
so then
what?
I'm trying to like make it so that way they can't really see me that well. So
Right.
If you
Or,
look,
you do one of these.
yes.
Right.
if you look at our intro video, right?
Oh, it's hilarious.
The 50, well, not
the longer, the 15-second
yeah,
one.
that one's so funny.
My eyes are like,
She's like, "Hi, I'm Sherry." But then you look, if you look
natural.
look natural,
But
smile.
but if you look at our 55-second one now, the 55-second one now is just a template off iMovie.
Yeah, where we just pulled in.
So
other
that
stuff.
template off iMovie, and again, you got to have an Apple product to do iMovie, but it is a shortcut. There you go. It's a shortcut into making a great trailer. So
I haven't done that yet. I haven't done a little
play with it so much.
It
It makes you look doubly better than you think you are. It really does.
Yep.
Because it well, you don't have to take pictures of yourself.
Oh, good.
You don't.
So Meemaw Matters said her first thumbnails were awful too. You know what? I was so proud of our first ones were not that great. And then we only did a few videos. I'm like, I got to come up with some better thumbnails. So I was so proud of some of our thumbnails. And then I went to a little class, one of our Tech Talk Tuesdays, where they evaluate your channel, and bless their hearts. I love that. I love it because you get honest, but sometimes honest hurts.
Yeah.
And he pulled it up and he goes, none of your thumbnails are consistent. He said, there's nothing consistent about any of your thumbnails. You want people, when you pop up on the screen, them to go, I know that you to be recognizable.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what he was talking about. And then he pulls up my, my channel, and he's like, yeah, and that's not there. And that's not there. And I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. So like the next day I'm like redoing my thumbnails, stressing out.
You're working hard at it, and you're putting in your time and your effort, and you finally, when you're new at it, you finally get one or two done, and you look at it and you're like, yes, look at that. And someone comes along and goes, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, they did that for our logo or something on our YouTube page. I guess when somebody clicks on to subscribe or look at who you are.
Yeah.
Well, this is a great picture, but I don't know who you are. There's no wording to tell me who you are.
And that's one thing I have to do. I actually have not. So the little banner at the top of your page, that's what you're talking about. So that's just a cropped photo of one of my art pieces. So I have that, but I can't figure out, or I just haven't taken the time to figure out how to lay the text on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you, it took me an entire day. I had a beautiful sunset up of like in the Keys, and it was the Bahia Honda Bridge, and it was beautiful, and it was perfectly framed. And no matter whether I viewed it on like the phone or your iPad or the computer or the TV, like all those different things, it looked beautiful. And as soon as I added text to it, it went to hell. It was awful. Yeah. I could not get it to center. And then what looked good on the TV didn't look good on the phone. And then and then I couldn't figure out, and I found out it was super easy how to get like all your little links on it. So your little Facebook and your Instagram. And I figured that was all really, really easy, but I was trying to make it harder than it was.
That might be part of my problem. That's something I'm still trying to figure out too.
So the Tech Talk Tuesday is actually really, really good.
I watch Michael all the time, and Waz.
And I love it. As far as editing too, I watch tutorials on YouTube. So when I learned something about how to edit videos, I learned something new once, and then I master it, and then I go, okay, what else can I learn? So I go another tutorial on something different. Like the first thing that really helped me was shortcuts on your keyboard. Mm-hmm. How do I get that clip to get in the timeline without having to grab it and drag it over there? Those kinds of shortcuts can save you time. Or how do I mute the audio and still watch the video because I'm getting tired of hearing me go blah 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 over and over again, blah 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 over and over, you know. So there's a lot of cool stuff that, or let's say you have 2 clips that you want to put in the timeline, but you're not sure which one looks better. Well, you can put them both in the same time slot, and then you can mute or darken one and watch it and go, nope,
He
I don't
does
like
all
that
of
one.
that.
And then I can darken the other one and lighten the other one and just watch
Makes
it.
my head go.
Yeah, it's a
He
lot of.
seems pretty excited about it.
So I've done one video myself, like start to finish. Like I shot it all myself, I edited it all myself, and I uploaded it, and I did it all in a day. And it looks like I did it all in a day. I'm like, but I did it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to prove to myself I could do it. And I've got 2 more projects I'm kind of working on. I love to paint. I'm nowhere near like some people on there. So I kind of want to do a live where I'm painting some stuff.
Oh, you should. I would totally watch that.
Yeah, maybe.
Great idea.
Come on. I still watch. You remember Bob Ross?
Yes.
I love him. When I need to decompress, sometimes I'll just pop him on and watch those happy little clouds.
Have you found Vermont Paint?
No.
And photos. So he's on YouTube, and I think he does a live every day, and he's painting.
Oh,
and
really?
All you see, you don't see, you know, he doesn't have the big hair, but all you see is kind of the painting, and he talks through a headset, and you see his arm.
Oh.
And he finally did his first live the other night, or last night, I think it was, and you could see his face, like he actually, and he was petrified all day. His live was at 7 o'clock at night, and he's like, I haven't eaten all day long because if I eat, I'm gonna puke.
Puke. Good at throwing up.
He does lives all every day. He's like, but nobody's ever seen my face. I've never
seen him.
Anybody.
Yeah.
But he did awesome. But that's another one. Vermont Paint and Photo, I believe, is what they are. His name is.
Yeah,
I
think
it's funny when I'm editing right over here, so I'm not very far from Sherry because we're in an RV. And she'll catch me laughing because I'm cutting up video to make it funny because I'm a funny guy, you know. Hey, I'm funny. So this next
People that usually think they're funny.
They're not that funny. But anyway, I'm making a video for next week and I'm creating something funny. And I'm constantly laughing. She's looking at me like, what is so funny? So you got to wait and see for the next video that there's a little funny thing in there.
I don't usually watch the videos before they premiere.
Yeah, she doesn't see them.
I see bits and pieces of it. Yeah. So I'll walk by and I'll kind of like look. And I'll look at what, especially if there's like an underwater thing or something I know is really, really going to be cool. I kind of will like,
I told her about
I'll do the peek around, or I can listen to his, you know, what he's doing and how he's narrating it and overdubbing it. And I'm like, oh, I got to walk around there and kind of take a peek.
Yeah.
Take a peek.
Yeah.
I don't see it until it premieres. So it's like new to me.
I was telling her the underwater footage at the underwater footage at Rainbow Springs was so good. I said, you're going to be blown away by this footage.
It was
because it was so.
I know. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched those.
It's so good. And
the otter. Oh my God, I would have been freaking out.
And we were.
Oh,
coming up.
She was paddling, and I was like, "It's over there! It's over there!" And I'm trying to videotape, and I'm like, paddle harder, catch up.
And he was ahead of us. So he was ahead, and his sister was ahead of us in her kayak. And so we saw it like playing way up ahead, and we're like, okay, let's get up there. But then you don't want to get up there too fast because then you don't want to scare them.
You don't want to scare them off, right?
And he went below.
He went right
under. But I don't know if he's coming at us. I don't know if he's going to be on this side of the kayak or that side of the kayak.
And he's got the camera down
the camera,
underwater.
Stick it underwater. I'm like, I hope I got him. I don't know. So I haven't even watched the footage of that yet because I had
like
my
underwater
camera underwater footage yet.
And you were shooting with a GoPro, right? The underwater stuff.
That one was
the Osmo Action. We're going to Osmo Action all the time now because I'm having problems with the GoPro shutting off. I have a GoPro 4, so it's really old.
So I have a 7, but I don't use it much because I haven't. Again, it's a time thing for me. I haven't taken a lot of time to really learn how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to because I have it and I forked over the
you need to use
chunk of change for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we were using the GoPro on our roof. Like, so when we were traveling, we had road footage, but we're having problems with the battery. It's shutting off.
And it was linked to Bluetooth, so you could turn it on and turn it off via Bluetooth, but it kept losing the link. So I'd be going, and on our phone, I can see the video on my phone as a video feed, so I can see what's happening. But then I started losing the Bluetooth link, and so I just go out there and turn it on and start driving. And the last couple of times when I pull up, to turn it off, it's already off. So I didn't get the footage I'm looking for.
That's a
so
drag.
I'm like, let me go from the GoPro to the DJI Osmo Action, and let's see how that works.
It's gotten hot in here.
So is the Osmo Action, is that small like a GoPro?
Yes, exactly like the GoPro. It has a couple of advantages. One of the major advantages is the front-facing screen.
Mm.
So you can see, like your phone, you can flip your phone around and you can see the camera facing you, and you can see a selfie how to do it.
Right.
The Osmo Action, you can do that with the Osmo Action. You can see in front of the camera, there's a screen, so you can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
GoPro, you couldn't do that because you can't take a selfie with a GoPro because there's no screen on the front.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna look into
So that's
something.
and the stabilization is phenomenal on the GoPro Action camera. The stabilization is phenomenal. It just so stable.
So like that,
Oh, nice.
and then you've got like the screen, big old screen. And then if you want to,
Flip it the other way.
I never do it right. How do you flip it?
You gotta go like this. Oh, it's not working.
It's not working.
Oh, because you got it recording, baby.
Oh,
It won't flip when you're recording.
oops.
She's recording what she was just doing.
So really, she just like filmed your feet and stuff, right?
Okay, so now the camera's facing you,
Yep.
and you can see
And
what
you
you're
can see
recording.
what you're doing. Oh, wow.
So it does make it nice.
And it has another feature that's really cool. Is let's say the camera is off, and something's going on. You want to record it.
Yeah.
With the camera off, I can hit
completely off.
the record button like
And
this.
it comes on and records.
It automatically turns on and starts recording.
Oh, cool.
So you're
So
not
see
having
the
to
red-
turn it on and then
Yep,
hit
and I
record.
can see the red light going.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, how much did that set you back?
Was it two?
I think it's 300 or less.
$299 maybe.
You're kidding. So it's less than a GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, GoPros are on sale now.
Well, I mean, I have one.
I might have an Amazon affiliate link if you like it.
Because I need, so I'm gonna need something smaller. Because right now I shoot everything with my DSLR.
Yeah, see, that's what I want.
So I have this, which is great because I started out as a still photographer. I mean, this filming and YouTube stuff and all that is just really new to me.
For just Meemaws Matters, we had 2 Otter videos. One was a live, right? You did a live on Facebook, was it? While we were kayaking, she did a live, and there was two otters that were coming at us. But on Rainbow Springs video, there was an otter that we were following.
Yeah.
So there's 2 different otter videos. One was the one we did live this past weekend, and then Rainbow Springs was this past weekend's featured premiered video that has an otter in it. So there's 2 different otter videos. Just wanted to point that out because Meemaw was asking.
Otterly fantastic.
That's right.
Otterly.
Otters are so much fun.
They are. They're sort of one of my favorite
Matter of
animals.
fact, that reminds me, we were at Rock Springs a couple years ago, or a year ago or so, and Rock Springs is a very shallow spring trails, a feeder trail. They're very shallow, like 2 foot tall, 2 foot deep. Anyway, we're getting ready to get out, and we're standing in the little channel or river or stream, and all of a sudden here comes an otter chasing a fish in front of us. You could see him.
Cool.
The water was so blue and clear. My sister has a video of it, and he's chasing a fish. You can see him going all over the place in front of us. So it was really cool to watch. So otters are definitely cool.
I
A
like
lot
otters.
cooler than alligators.
Yeah, I'll take an otter over an alligator any day.
We had the alligators too.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that live No, it wasn't live.
I did.
No, it wasn't live.
I did a live.
Anyway, we were kayaking this weekend at Silver Springs, and there was like a little island in the middle of the river, and there were trees on the island, and we
weren't even looking.
There were birds with nests, like big birds, like big white cranes and stuff.
We're looking at all these nests, all these baby birds.
Little baby birds up in the nest.
Up in the nest. And we're like looking at them all. And then there's like little ducks that are kind of in the mossy, watery, marshy stuff. And we're like, oh, look at the little baby ducks, the mama duck. And Meanwhile, sister goes, what's that bumpy thing right there in the water?
Looks kind of like
looks a little bit like an alligator.
Back. And I went,
so he's trying to get closer to look at it. I'm in the front of the kayak.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no, you can stop because I see its eye. I can. That's how close we were. I'm like, I can see its eye. That alligator was eyeing those baby birds.
Probably was.
Yeah, they're waiting for little birdies to drop out of the nest.
Oh, yeah. Hit the reverse.
Alive.
Reverse.
No, we didn't go backward. We stayed there and got good video of it.
Stayed still. Of course. We saw 3 alligators that
day.
Yeah.
By the way, the video underwater footage I have not watched yet from Silver Springs, but I'm guaranteeing it's going to be phenomenal.
That was one of our favorite ones.
It was so blue and
that water was so clear,
deep.
And the fish.
It was royal blue color. It was amazing.
The fish were purple. I mean, it was.
Yeah, cool. I noticed when you were I think it was in the last video of Rainbow Springs that you did when you guys went up that little private channel.
Mm-hmm.
Even as shallow as that was, it couldn't have been more
blue.
Yes. Why is it that blue?
So vibrant.
It's so deep.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now you know why I shot so much footage.
Yeah. And why I watched it more than once.
So and that's what we struggle with too, is because we like this. It's hard to figure out what you're going to cut out. Like what should you take out and what should you what is too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about it.
Too.
Yeah.
So we've done short versions and long versions of some of our videos because it's like, this is long. This is like really, really long. I don't know if people want to watch this much. I don't know.
Yeah, because between Sherry's camera, Sherry has a camera on her phone. I have a camera on my phone. We have the DJI Action camera. I have a handheld camcorder, and then we have the GoPro.
Yeah.
And how much and I have a drone.
Right.
How much footage can you put in a video to where everybody goes, I've had enough?
Right. That's hard. It's something I struggle with too, and I'm not even out filming yet. I've just, filmed me making pieces or designing or whatever, and I struggle to keep things under 15, 20 minutes because I feel like
we try to keep it.
For me, I know all the processes that you would miss if I cut stuff out.
Yeah.
So I played around with speeding some stuff up, and I don't know. I haven't found the spot yet. Maybe I need to. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't figured it out.
I think if you're between 20 and 30, I think that's around 20 is a sweet spot.
Yeah.
I've seen people who have been really, really successful and done really, really good doing 5-minute videos. And then I've seen other ones where they'll post 45-minute videos.
Hey,
and I can tell you, I have a hard time keeping my attention for a 45-minute video.
But when we watch Traveling Robert, we're always like, it's over? Because it's been half an hour.
There's been a few we've done. There's been a few where he's caught us off guard and done like a 2-hour video. And so we're like an hour in. We're like an hour into.
That's
and I'm
true.
like, when is this thing ever going to end?
It should be over by now.
Like, when is this going to end?
Yeah, I don't have that. Well, that's the other thing too. Is
I don't have the time.
Exactly.
And I know, like all of the creators, we know how much work goes into making a video.
It does. Respect that, and you want to watch the whole video. And there's so many in our community here.
Which is fabulous.
I love you people, and I want to watch your videos. So I'm watching videos all day long while I'm at work. So I have the headphone in, and I'm listening, and I'm working. But it's so much. It's a lot to juggle, to stay in contact with your friends on YouTube, to watch all the channels that you like, to create videos, to edit them, to post them, to for people like me who still have the full-time day job.
That's what we do. It's hard.
You know, who now trying to create the revenue stream so she can quit her soul-sucking corporate job, who just bought an RV.
Oh, yeah.
To do that whole and everything.
Yeah, well, we did better than that. Well, anyway, I don't want to talk about it. But I forgot what I was going to say.
One day.
Oh, here's what it was. I watched one guy who creates channel of videos, and he said,
"Oh, you want to talk about this?
Be a creator, not just a consumer. So manage your time consuming by spending more time creating, because if you're going to be a creator, you have to create. Because I'm just like everybody else. I want to consume all day.
I consume and
I can sit here and watch videos all day. I watch them at work when I can, and when I come home, when I want a snack or eat, I want to consume. Yeah. And then here's my rule: as soon as I'm eat the last chip or whatever, I go back to creating, because it takes hours.
It's like 2 jobs.
It takes hours every day to create. Because if you don't, and like I have grandkids too, and I have kids. So when my grandkids come over, I'm like, I ain't creating anything. You know, because I'm having time with my grandkids. So when I'm alone or with Sherry, Sherry knows we have a little bit of time, but then I got to create 2 to 3 hours every night. I got to start creating.
We do our own thing. So he's editing, and I'm usually social media. And
if I create 20 seconds in a night, I feel like I didn't make enough. But then I look at the content that I created, and it's a good created quality. Right. So I think it was Keep Your Daydream said it takes an hour to create 1 good minute on your videos.
Yeah, and I can see that. And for me, for what I do, I have to spend, before I can even start filming anything, I have to think about what I'm going to create to film. Mm-hmm. Because I'm a jewelry designer, or I'm doing the photography, or I'm doing a painting, or whatever I'm doing. I have to design all of that stuff first.
Yeah.
So,
but you know, stuff would be interesting that you may not think is interesting. Like what you're doing behind the scenes is interesting to some people. You know,
I've done a little bit of that. I've done a little bit of that, and the process of it, and how it design perspectives, and how it works for me, and
that intrigues me, because I've always loved art, and I've always loved it. But to me, it's such a personal thing and a vulnerable thing to share something like that, because it's part of it.
I've never done it before. And my channel, so I had the channel for a while, but I didn't do anything with it until
I was going to see if you wanted
February. So I'm still really new, and that is something that's different for me.
Yeah.
The design process, because all of it is hugely personal to me. Every piece that I create, I've never duplicated a piece. Every single piece I've ever created for as long as I have been making stuff is an original.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard to do.
When I was talking about behind the scenes stuff, it made me think about accidents in life, if they're not embarrassing and personal, are things that people relate to. Like here's an example. I missed an opportunity. Our propane shut off while I was trying to make spaghetti on the stove, right? The propane shut off. No propane. Yeah. So we were mooch docking at the time. So I had a barbecue grill. I'm like, okay, the barbecue grill is going to become our stovetop now.
He was making spaghetti on the grill.
I'm literally boiling water and marinating, the meatballs or whatever on the burners. I mean, I took the grill out and put the pots down in the on the flues or whatever.
Perfect to video that.
So I'm like, I should have videoed. And I was on the phone with our
So he's on the phone with Grand Design, telling them about our problem as he's like cooking dinner on the grill, because we can't cook in our camper.
RV, yeah. So that would have been a great opportunity, a great video to shoot.
Because you
And I
can't stop spaghetti halfway through. You
That's
can't do it. Sorry.
So that's how we got our kind of cooking videos a little bit.
I love to do cooking. I love to cook.
You know, she likes her bacon crispy. I like my bacon soft, you know.
And I like it somewhere right in the middle.
Right, let's make a video about it.
I like all bacon. So Camping Therapy said they would be afraid of the GoPro blowing off while you were driving when like you mount it on the roof.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. Because if
you have an old GoPro.
If you've ever used the mount that has the sticky
the 3M tape.
little tape on it, it ain't coming off. I tried to take it off something before.
Yeah.
It's permanently on there. It's not coming off unless you cut the foam. It's not coming off because that's how good it is. And then when you thread that thing on there, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So we have a mount. I put a mount on the back of our RV and on the front of the RV.
I don't know if I feel good about doing the DJI though.
Oh, I feel great about it. I'm ready to do it. I'm not happy because of the last time we were going into the park and the camera was off. I'm like, that's part of the adventure is pulling into your campsite.
I might have to hold on to this.
Right?
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see.
The camera. I don't know where the camera is.
Right?
Well, we had it happen where I watched somebody else make a cool video of, hooking the chains on the truck, latching the camper onto the ball.
Those really cinematic shots.
Putting the GoPro on the ground and driving the truck over it, that kind of cool stuff. And I couldn't find the video. It disappeared.
Lost it.
I'm like,
he went through and did all that, shot all that. And it's like,
where's that video? So now I got to do it with the DJI.
And I did a really good one of him pulling out with my phone, of the whole pull out, and it was like at ground level, and it looked so awesome. And then when it was done, I realized I actually hadn't videoed it. I had taken a picture.
Oh.
So I'm like,
but it was a good picture.
It was a really good picture. It actually might be like one of our thumbnails.
Yes.
But it was, I was just like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, but that's the stuff people like.
Yeah, I was like, it was so totally supposed to be a really cool video.
Matter of fact, my sister, who was camping with us last weekend, she said, I was waiting for when you uploaded Rainbow Springs for the video of me jumping off the tree into the spring, into the water. And my brother's wife too, they were both jumping into the water.
They climbed a tree,
from the tree
and they were jumping this.
And I said, I don't know where that footage is.
We never saw it.
I remember videotaping them jumping in the water.
I didn't because I was not going to climb a tree.
So that's another problem I run into is where is all that footage? Is it
because you keep it on the camera too long? Do you not offload every day?
I offload it.
We probably need to get better at that.
I have to offload every trip, of course, because if I fill up a card while I'm on a trip, that would be bad. So I want to have an empty card while I go on the next trip. We always have
spares. So, our computers don't.
So right now, my cards have content on them, and we're fixing to go to the Keys Saturday. So between now and Saturday, I got to offload those cards onto my computer, and I haven't mastered it yet because what happens when I offload it onto my computer, you got 4K video filling up your memory. Slowing down your editing process.
You need external hard drives.
And I have one. I have
Do you use it?
I have it hooked up and I'm trying to use it, but I haven't utilized it efficiently yet. I have a 4 terabyte hard drive. I paid $125 for that.
Yeah, you got actually a really good price. It's not an Apple product.
So anyway,
it's compatible.
Are you using it as a paperweight?
No, it's hooked up. I use it every time.
I was looking.
I use it every time, but my computer still bogs down.
I think we need to. Yeah, I think we need to come up with a better.
My son's in IT, and he's supposed to come over and help me.
So Justin and Christine says the sweet spot for them is 10 to 15 minutes long. They do have some 6-minute. Yeah, we've got like some short ones, but not many short ones. And then we've got.
I have a 2-minute one.
15-minute ones, but ours is generally like the 20-ish, 25 minutes.
So, do you tell me you're the gypsy? So, you don't RV or do you RV?
She is going to be.
You're going to be RV. Oh, I'm not supposed to tell anybody. Sorry, why you said it? I didn't say it. Anyway,
I was whispering.
I have an annoying thing when RVing. You know, on the outside of our camper, we have these little storage doors, right?
Yep.
Put stuff in. Well, when the air conditioner is on the roof, it condenses water, right? And it
Yep.
drips off, right?
Hey, Lucy.
So they have a little gutter that runs the length of the RV. Well, the gutter dumps out at the front and dumps out at the back. Well, sometimes it dumps out at the front. It's right where you got to stand and open the door. So I created a very, very short video while it was raining, how to divert that water without any intrusive measures.
Yeah.
So we have I shot a short video. It's got to
And
be
it's
2 minutes or
probably-
less.
It costs you what, 50 cents maybe to do $1?
Yeah. Yes, dollar store purchase. So I can't wait to upload that video.
It'll be a quickie. So
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Thomas Schmidt Homestead Projects, they raise bacon. I
You
like
raise bacon here on the homestead. Sweet.
I like
I
bacon.
knew I liked you. Tom.
My daughter has a pig. Of course, she wouldn't want us eating the pig
Wait,
because it's her pet.
you
pig.
got to go back to our Apopka RV show. Was it Apopka or Ocala?
I think it was the Ocala.
We were
over
at an
show.
RV show, right? And they had a food truck that was a barbecue food truck,
It was hilarious.
right? And somebody's in line with a potbelly pig waiting to get barbecue.
So wrong. It was like I stood back. He
Like,
didn't notice.
maybe he's
going
to sell the pig to the
He didn't
food
notice
truck.
it at first, and I'm standing there, and I'm like,
baby back ribs,
"This
right?
is wrong." I'm like, "Honey,
Is, but that would be a great filming opportunity.
we're like, how can we like, video this without like?"
Right, and not be obvious about it.
That would be like standing in line with your dog or cat at a Chinese food truck.
Oscar, you didn't hear that. Oh my gosh.
You heard about people who love manatee, right? They love manatees with grits and gravy.
Nobody eats manatee.
I've never had it, so
Well, but you're not even supposed to do that.
I'm just cutting jokes, you know.
I'm not even.
I don't eat cat or dog.
Are you
Just
sure?
pig.
Pig. We
Just
eat
pig.
and cow.
Bacon. Matter of fact, I just came back from Sam's with the 2 or 3 pounds of 4 pounds of bacon.
Okay. So the dilemma living in an RV is freezer space. This man is like a bulk food shopper.
Yes, I bulk food everything. I got bulk food.
An RV.
I got a case of toilet paper.
And then I got a case. So we're good on toilet paper. But
Yeah, but where do you store all that? 2 cases of toilet paper?
one's in my trunk in my car. You never know.
Well, I have a utility trailer. I used to do lawns too as a living, so I had a utility trailer from doing
And you
lawn
never-
services.
You never know when you're going to need some
And
toilet paper.
It's filled with DVDs.
True.
It's filled with DVDs, CDs, a record player, turntable,
gosh.
all that stereo,
All the old
king
stuff.
size bed,
Because
dresser,
you need all that.
I have nothing left hardly.
radio control airplanes, drones, cars, trucks.
He's got lots of toys. So he
'Cause
goes
you
and
need all that.
he's like packing
No,
all this food
don't
in
need
the
it.
refrigerator and the freezer. And he still has a big tote
Oh,
left of
man.
food. And he goes, I'm going to take it out to the other fridge, which is another little like
3 cubic foot.
dorm sized fridge. And he comes back in with the bag still full. And he goes, so I made an estimation mistake.
The other freezer's full.
Right.
We-
How many people are you feeding?
Well,
Too.
2. We're going to the Keys for 2 weeks. But we can go to a grocery store in the Keys.
Yeah. Well, we ordered a freezer.
It's not like we're going to the middle of nowhere where we have no access to food.
Right,
Right.
but we're trying
They
not.
have these things called grocery stores.
We're
Oh,
trying to wait. We're trying to physically distance and make less trips to the store, right?
okay.
I'm
Oh.
telling you, I was out the other day with that mask on, and I started to get lightheaded wearing that mask for over a half hour.
I have to wear it for 8 hours.
I was like getting lightheaded. I'm like, what's going on? here?
Nemo, I would cry. If that happened to me, I would cry.
Yeah, losing data. Yeah, it happened to me once, except I deleted it by accident. Yeah.
Yeah, you had a video almost done.
Yeah, we were at Crooked River State Park in Georgia, and then they had no drone restrictions
No,
at
they
all.
don't taste
I'm
like chicken.
driving the drone out everywhere.
Nuh-uh.
Taking videos. Yeah, and then when I got home,
It was gone.
it was gone. I couldn't find it. I deleted it by accident because, again, I was deleting footage to make room for my memory on my computer, so my computer
Somewhere
would
it
work
got-
fast.
We'll probably find it in a year. It'll probably pop up on some random video, and we'll be like, "There it is."
Yeah.
Of course, then what do you do with it?
Yeah.
Well, I was spoiled because my iMac was so fast that I could render clips in 2 to 3 seconds. I was really having amazing speed.
Manatee does not taste like chicken.
No.
Wait, don't get me started. I have a cousin that's a dog lover.
No.
I have a cousin that's a dog lover,
Stop.
and
No.
everything.
We're gonna watch our subscriber numbers go. They're gonna tank.
Yeah, that's right. We're down to 11. Let's change.
Avenger RV, bulk shopping is great when you
Yeah.
have room for it. we were before we moved into the camper, and we were selling everything. So we were literally, we were watching TV.
Bacon makes everything better.
We were
yes.
watching TV. All we had in our living room were outside chairs, like our gravity chairs, our outside chairs. No, it wasn't even the gravity chairs. We had regular like camp chairs and a TV in our living room. That's it. We had gotten rid
Right.
of all the other furniture.
TV's on the floor.
TV is sitting on the floor. He comes home from Sam's and he's like, "So, I may have bought a little too much." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" He comes in with this gigantic thing of like, seasoning. And then what else did you buy? And I'm like,
A lot of something.
you realize we got to put all of that in the camper. Mayonnaise. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
It was a gallon of mayonnaise.
I bought a big old thing of mayonnaise. It's still here. We still got it.
And I'm like,
That was a
And
bad.
how long ago did you buy it?
Oh my goodness! It's been in the fridge for 3 months.
a gallon of mayonnaise.
Okay, maybe stop letting him do the shopping.
Whatever. I'm not gonna go there.
I'm
Bacon.
I'm keeping myself out of the stores right now.
Bacon. Yes.
Bacon makes everything better.
We used to go real chintzy cooking bacon. I think what happened was when I was single, I'd eat 5 half strips of bacon for breakfast. And then when I married Sherry, I never changed it. So we were splitting 5 pieces of half strips of bacon. And then why do I keep doing this? So this last time I put 8 to 10 strips of bacon in one little, because I would do it. I'd buy bulk, right, and cut it and put it in Ziplocs and freeze it. So when I'm ready to have breakfast, I'd lay it out the night before and then cook breakfast, and it'd be soft and everything. So now we're ready for this trip. We got, about that much bacon set aside for every breakfast if we want it.
I love bacon. We have a little breakfast joint around here called the Bacon Barn. It's pretty tasty.
That's awesome. That's what a name.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
All
said
different
they have a place called the Bacon Barn.
That sounds great.
Hey, baby, could you put the ice in the freezer?
There's no room.
Well,
There's no room.
we're gonna turn off the ice maker. Yes.
No room in the freezer.
Are you for real? Come on.
There's no room.
Let me make room. See, I have to go make room.
I already made room. You made ice a little bit ago, and I poured it in the bag, and there's no room. I could barely close
Well, we
the
should have
freezer.
turned off the ice maker then.
No, you just have more ice.
All right. Bacon makes everything better. We already said that. Let's see here. Hello, Howie. Forrest.
2 hours and 17 minutes. Yeah, I have to go pee.
Go. The bathroom's right
Well,
here.
by all means.
There's a bathroom right here. Gypsy may not miss you because I can keep talking.
Well, we could probably also end here soon. It's
We got 13.
Okay, I'm
We're
going to the bathroom.
we're going to make our watch hours. And what else are we going to do? We're going to get ready for the keys. That's all other thing we'll be doing.
Right?
And editing video. That's what I have to go do.
That's what you need to
editing video. I gotta go 3-4 steps over here to my computer and start editing. Well, continue to edit video. That's another thing that if we were set up right, we could make money. We took our dinette, that's typical dinette and a camper,
Yep.
bench seat and bench seat facing. Well, Sherry came up with this great idea to remove the table, right?
Yeah.
And put a piece of wood to span from back of the bench seat to the other back of the bench seat, and put the computer on that and face sideways through the dinette at the computer.
Yeah.
I said, that's a great idea.
And then you can use the bench seats for storage. So you could put like any of your desk stuff that you need. But then he upped it a bit, because then he put a keyboard. So that was board. Yeah. So he upped it a little bit.
So I made like a double layer. So it's got a top layer for the computer. Then the lower layer is for storage and the keyboard. And then I reinforced it and put dividers, and I shellacked it and painted it and shellacked it. And next thing you know, people are saying, could you make that for me?
But it's really heavy.
So you imagine if I could market that and sell it.
Well, go into RV design.
Exactly.
Almost everybody, I think, when they buy an RV, there's usually one thing about it that they don't like on the interior, that the interior design of it, and it's usually that banquette thing that most people don't like and they want to rip out.
Yeah, one thing that I think is ugly in an RV, and everybody does it, is this big wall with nothing on it, and it's round, that goes into like a hallway or to a bedroom. It's horribly ugly.
It just doesn't seem practical.
It's a horrible, ugly wall.
We don't have that.
We don't have that.
You're looking like we got one.
We went to a lot of RV shows, watched a lot of RV, YouTube channels, and we knew what we didn't want to get, and we knew what we had to have. So when we walked in this unit, we bought it that day. We literally paid.
Really?
We didn't pay for it, but we deposit down and said we want to buy this RV.
Thomas Schmidt, that's a great idea.
And they didn't have any in stock, so we couldn't buy it. So, but we knew it. So we walked in. The slider when the slider is in all the way, we can access the bathroom, the kitchen, the cooking, the TV, the pantry.
There's nothing that we can't get to.
The bedroom. We can access everything with the sliders closed.
Which is great. I don't know why manufacturers design an RV that you can't get to stuff when your slides are in. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me. You can't get in the bed. You can't walk to the kitchen to make. I don't understand that.
Well, some of the worst are the ones with the islands.
Yeah.
Because they have a double slider. So it makes it like
the island.
So huge, but then when it's closed, you can't walk.
You can't get, right. The only thing that's getting under there is your dog, maybe, or cat.
Yeah. And that's, what happens if something breaks, like your slider? Because we've seen videos where they've.
Right, then you're trapped.
Well, we love ours. It's not perfect, but it was.
It's a fifth wheel, right?
No, it's just a travel trailer.
Yeah,
it's actually the cheapest model for the size.
Yeah.
It's not the cheapest model they make, but for that, what do you call it? Transcend line.
So it's a great design, but it's, Grand Design has like Momentums, Imagines, Solitudes, and then the Transcends are kind of at the bottom. They're underneath the Imagine. So it's Transcend, and then we're like in the Transcend, it's the Explore line. So it's definitely like the beginner.
Price point is important.
Yeah. Low price point, but the quality, you just don't get all the bells and whistles.
Right. But it's still good quality.
Still really, really good quality. We've only had a couple things that were like, that wasn't smart.
Yeah, we don't have LED lighting for ambiance, and we don't have vibrating seats and heated seats, and we don't have mag wheels on the outside. We're more NASCAR looking with black.
It didn't come with a butler?
You know what it has though? That's pretty awesome. A stainless steel sink with a nice
with the huge
faucet.
Faucet.
Yes.
and a pantry.
And a pantry. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. The pantry is big. I
Does
mean,
it have one of those slide out?
no,
Yeah.
but you don't need it. It's wide enough. You don't need that.
Yeah. It's literally like an open closet, like you open the door to a closet.
I would say
and you have the shelves.
it's probably 18 inches wide at least. 8 to 20,
nice.
20 inches wide at least, I think.
And I agree, Avenger RV. People that design RVs don't use RVs.
And our bathroom is the full width of the camper.
Oh,
So
really?
it's not like this little cubicle, tiny little half
Yeah.
bath.
Right.
It's a full bath with 3 mirrors and a
bathroom.
counter on 2 sides of the
See,
RV.
for me, that was important.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and the shower is a full size RV shower
Cool.
and no shower curtain. It's got a shower.
Yeah, we already established.
Slider
We're not doing
thing.
shower curtains. They stick to your butt.
Yeah, you don't want a shower curtain.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest,
I get the visual.
you know, hot and cold air.
Yeah, in my last
It sucks in and it's like boom.
sticks to you. Yeah, it sticks to you.
And you're like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
so-
like his old camper. I only camped in it a couple times and there was no hot water. So I didn't take showers in it very often because we didn't have hot water.
Yeah.
But yeah, the few times I did where I didn't care that it was cold water because we were at the Keys and it's like, no, I just need to like rinse off.
You
Yeah,
never can.
it's like the shower curtain was stuck to me. I'm like, what? Somebody
Right.
snuck in.
Yeah, so if you our Transcend is generally $10,000
Look,
lower.
Avenger just asked if we had a 260 RV.
Yes, we do.
do.
Our trailer, the Transcend line is generally $10,000 cheaper than the Imagine line, comparing, comparable RVs.
Yeah, Imagine has a 260 RV too, and it's about $10,000 more.
Yeah,
and
it's
not
called a
as nice.
2600 RV.
Oh.
Yes, 2600, not a 260. But yes, we fell in love with it as soon as we saw it because we knew what we needed and what we could live with. And like we compromised on the siding. Like we don't have a fiberglass siding. I'd rather have fiberglass siding because it's nice and smooth and easy to clean and you can put stickers on it and it's not a problem. This is not like that. It has aluminum siding on it, which, it's not a big deal, but
So RV DJ, I'm curious about the Oxygenics because I've seen some really good reviews on those. Our shower is pretty good. We swapped out what came with it with another one. It's not an Oxygenics though.
is that the one that RV Kids just swapped out his shower
Yeah,
head?
I think it's like that kind of long looking one.
Yeah, I think he just did a video about that.
Yeah. And I'm curious because it looks like the on-off switch on it is pretty easy, and I can't do our on-off switch. So like when you're in the shower and you want to turn off the water, but you don't want to turn off the water and you just want to like lather up and then go to rinse off and you can flick the little button. Well, I can't do it on ours because it's too hard and my hands don't work well.
Good night, Meemaws Matters. Thanks for the safe travels wishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I what I usually do,
Avenger RV fell in love with the RV.
I usually just, I wash my hair and my face, and then to wash my body, I turn off everything and just lather up to save tank space, because you got limited
Water
tank
running.
space under the camper. Once you fill up your gray tank, you're full, so you don't want to fill it up. So
Right.
I wash my hair and my face really fast, and then I turn off
If we don't camp,
the shower to lather up and get all done soapy, everything soapy, and then I turn the shower back on to rinse
yeah,
to conserve space in the
because
tanks.
it's got limited tank space.
Yeah, I think most people do that. Good night, Mima, by the way.
Bye. We were on way too long. Way longer than what we planned.
Okay,
Actually,
so-
not too long.
so
'Cause
we'll-
it's never too long.
We're having a great time, but we do have to go to work, and I do have to create content, edit footage.
Yeah, what's that? Oh, yeah. It's coming up on my bedtime. I gotta get up at 5.
Not mine.
It's
Midnight's
mine.
mine.
I go to bed and listen to him out here
I'm editing software, laughing. So just here's a hint. If you watch the next video, there's going to be one of those moments, where people are loyal to their truck brand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's going to be a little laugh moment there. It keeps making me laugh every time I watch it.
Yeah.
So
over there snickering. I'm like,
A little teaser, huh?
yeah. I mean, I bought what made me buy my truck in the very early days. My brand
bye, Justin and Christina.
was the cup holders. Were
Thanks
great.
for hanging out.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, it had my truck had great cup holders. That's what made me.
All about the cup holders.
I mean, I had this brand, the cup.
That's important.
Yeah, I mean, if the cup falls out of your cup holder, you can't have that truck.
See, mine used to be charging. Like you had to have enough places to charge things.
Mm. Well, really, I really was never a truck man when I was a kid because I always liked fast cars.
Like fast cars.
So, but then when I got into the construction industry, I had to have a truck. So I was forced to have a truck. So I've had a truck ever since. And now I love my truck. It's parked right outside.
Justin and Christina, if you're still in here, can y'all post, make sure Papa Drew's thing is in there? He probably already started.
Isn't he interviewing Gina tonight? Papa Drew?
He's interviewing Gina. Yep. All right, so we're gonna shut this down because
it's been great. Gypsy, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for booting up your laptop.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Anytime.
Maybe we'll go on Saturday night and hopefully for sure Sunday night. Hopefully.
Well, we're doing Sunday afternoon and maybe from the car.
Maybe at the Wi-Fi free store.
Yeah, because we're
free
doing
Wi-Fi.
Sunday 2 to 3.
Fighting the no-see-ums.
All right. So everybody have an awesome night.
Congratulations on your Colorado DJ, RV DJ.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.